Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. If you haven't already, it's good to see the chat room out there. Another beautiful day in paradise at the row. I got a story for y'all early. Y'all ready for Cab Roll, YouTube Street? Coffee and Kush TV late night with the roll is. And we starting today. We starting today. It's a lot of shit talking on this YouTube street right now in the background, and I just want to make my voice very clear on this expensive microphone. Press what? I love it. Every night, I want you niggas up. Press one. Y'all want to hear a quick story, real quick? And I don't like to waste too much time before class. We got a lot of important things to talk about, and I'm realizing that our mentality in this chat room and in my Cavro University and all my chat rooms are more structured, more organized. The people are more relative. You feel me? We can talk about any and everything. We're not subject to just one event that went on 2, 3 weeks ago. Press one, but I'm starting to realize what all this is. You feel me? What all this extra hate is. These niggas is really mad. Press one. They spent all last week. I got a story before class. Forget that. It's homeroom. Urban conservative. What up, Taj? Said, what up? Black Brian King, what up with it? Brittany, good to see you in the chat room. Shiva, Amanda's in the building. Bo Cat, Mr. Crockett. If it ain't Davy himself, shout out to you. Karen Divine Williams, good to see you out there, sister. Urban Barker, good to see you another beautiful day in paradise. Jamie Lee, the whole upstate, press one, Northern California. Shout out to you and the family up there, Miss Jamie Lee. Thank you for the continuous support, and we're gonna keep moving. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep moving. Highly favored. It's good to see you. One of the first in the chat room. Max, what up with it? Kimberly, what's up with it? Celeste, good to see you in the chat room. Young lady, good to see you. Blessings to you, Queen. Blessings to you. My man Elijah, it's to you. You feel me? A lot of these trolls though. I want to make a public service announcement. Press one. I want to make a public service announcement to my trolls out there in the world. My phone line stay open before class for you suckers. Press one. If you ain't got nothing to say, scratch that. If you too scared to say something to Kev in the first 10, 20 minutes of his program, I don't even want to hear it. Press one. That means you scary and you will never confront man to man. Press one. A lot of these brothers' feelings be, tucked in their little mini skirts. Press one. I do all that I can to shout people out just because I already know they don't like me. You feel me? I already know they don't really like me, so I take my time with them. I already know they the ones trolling. Press one, but I take my time with them. I get to know them interpersonally, from my chat room to theirs. Press one to their hidden personas behind the scene. Press one. And they energy temperament, come on, sister. They energy temperament always shows on the surface. You feel me? Just kind of like the spirit, how the spirit operate. I want these weak ass niggas on this internet. Press one, YouTube Street. That go for Ringo. That go for all these little weak ass Negroes in the back. Now, excuse me, they ain't even American Negroes. They're a bunch of fake black FBA people. Press one. Yeah, and they all like each other. Press one. That's why ain't no girls nowhere around. Press one. That's why they hate the manosphere, try to ride the Cav Road, whatever Cav Road doing. You know? They really hate women. You can see it in their eyes. They hate women. They don't lost all natural affection for women. Press one, Ringo, all of them. Mike TV, all of them. Press one, it don't take me too long to look at you. Press one. Hit that like button, it ain't too long. What are you talking about? Yeah, so I'll be talking about you clowns and talking about clout chasing. I wake up in the middle of the night, just You know, sometimes men wake up in the bathroom, they have to use the restroom. Press 1. My YouTube is right there. I see Mike TV is on. I say, let me click in and see what he doing. Right, I'm gonna use the restroom. Press 1. He get a little offended. Press 1. What you doing up this late? Press 1. I'm in the chat room trying to be like one of y'all. My real name, everybody know me was Sam. What y'all doing up this early in the damn morning? Press 1. I just got the fuck up. Y'all like some crackheads. Press 1. They virtual crackhead. I didn't say that. I was being respectful. I say, look, hey, look, talking about Pearl for this long. Press 1. I say, talking about Pearl for this long. You kind of advertising for Pearl in a way. Press 1. I'm using the restroom. I can give a shit. I already know his whole chat room know who I am. Press 1. Woo! I felt like a damn troll, but the real one. You feel me? It's me, nigga. It was him. They like, let me see if he's the real one. Press 1. I'm very direct. I just want to see where they mind. It's the same way I am here in real life and then they channel. Hey, bro, that's kind of like a long time you talking about Pearl, bro. That's all y'all do over here. I woke up this morning. I thought I was going to learn something. I'm low-key trolling at this point, taking little light jabs at him. See if he want to come out and play. Press 1. But I see the hate in his heart. I thought it was a recording because he does Pearl every night. I thought it was the same subject. I thought it was a recording. I'm like, that's all y'all doing? This nigga live on the air in a little box. Kev, if you want to be a faceless troll, now it's running out. Now it's coming out. And you want to be a faceless troll? Press 1. Now, Mike. Now, Mike, you were just over here talking about peace, man. Press 1. He came up in his mug yesterday. I'm holding professorism. I'm all in professor mode. He come over walking in the class talking about peace, man. That's how he knew. I knew Satan was around. My fucking troll. Peace, man. What's up, Mike? The real Mike. Not this old weak ass shit we been playing and experiencing. I want the real Mike. You feel me? I held him close. Got to keep your enemies close. Press 1. Come here. Let them know. I see you in the chat room trying to be friends with people. Press 1. Trying to blend in, but nobody want to be your friend, Mike. Press 1. Because we all know you a German FBA member. Press 1. You a foreigner. Trying to pretend like you a foundationally black American. Ain't nothing foundationally black about you. Press 1. That's the thing about FBA. There's a bunch of island boy trying to make it. Press 1. Now, if you don't know Mike TV, press 1. He's a YouTuber. He's a nothing. I said he's a nothing. Press 1. Mike TV, please report to the front office. Mr. Nothingness himself. Press 1. See, they scared of me. That's what it is. They fear me. I'm gonna show you a picture of Mike TV just in case you don't know who he is. You feel me? Because Kev Gills ain't gonna do him like that, and not the people know. They afraid of me. You know why? Because our mentalities is in another space. Then we're all able to go down there and poke at them. All the little FBA bullies. That's what I call them. The FBA bullies. All these organizations be bullying. Press 1. And you know me, I'm anti-bully. And I got to show you a picture because I never thought this type of individual would be foundationally black. Press 1, and we got a lot of this going on in the community where people think that they're foundationally black. Press 1, they trying to come up with terms to get reparations, see. Press 1. I said they trying to come up with terms to get reparation, and they trying to blend in with you. Press 1. This is not foundationally black. Press one. Okay, Sinbad? Press one. Mike TV, come here. Come here. This is not foundationally black. Somebody said Ethiopians. Yes. Press one. This is not foundationally black, fool. Press one. All right. Oh, press one. All right, I want to hear nothing. Ain't no sense in talking about Pearl all day, every day when you're a German. Press one. See? See how I can do you? It's nothing to be, son. You're a German. You know what that means? You Miss Pearly Thing's sister, brother. That's your brother. Press one. That's your sister. You Miss Pearly Thing's cousin. Press one. You shouldn't even be talking about Miss Pearly Thing, Mike TV. Press one. You shouldn't even be talking about it. You know why? You know why? Because your whole channel is Miss Pearly Things. Press one. You ain't even had no channel since Miss Pearly Thing. Press one. Your whole channel ain't nothing but Pearly Things. Can I go to the evidence? Press one. See, don't block me out your chat. I got a real chat room, brother. Press one. You can't block me, nigga. Press when I wake up like this. I created the space for you to talk, boy. You feel me? Son, you're my son. You're my son. Okay? I got to do this every once in a while. Shout out to my, I get so much great support. You feel me? I can act a little democratic sometimes. I got to let it out. Press one. But don't forget this. I want y'all to realize this. I'm going to show y'all the difference between what we watch now and what we was watching 5-10 years ago on YouTube, what was cool. Now, you see this? This nigga need Miss Pearly Things, don't he? He need her. Look. Miss Pearly Things, Miss Pearly Things, Miss Pearly Things. 8,000 views. 5 waiting. He got one scheduled for right now. Look at this shit. 6 o'clock tonight. Look at this dumb shit. Exposed. Miss Pearly Things. And you say, damn, how did this real estate Sinbad looking motherfucker, Sinbad, Germanic, press one. How did you press one? So your whole career now is Miss Pearly Things, and you saying that he sold out to Miss Pearly Things, and by signing a contract, nigga, you don't even got a contract.
Not like this.
You doing this for free?
Not like this.
You don't even got a contract. A nigga, at least he's making 10 to 25%. You, bruv, press one. You, my Germanic bruv, you pulling in. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Before Miss Pearly Things. Look. 8,000 on Miss Pearly Things. He does something else, 253. Nobody likes you, bruh.
Not like
Nobody
this.
likes you when you talk about yourself,
Not
bro.
like this.
This is what this is saying, bro. Nobody likes you. So you're forced. Press one. You're forced. Press one. You're forced into the algorithm of just Pearly Things. And you're not even monetized. And when you do monetize, you got to give her your money. You what a stupid. Press one. You spending up all night. Now, this is the sad part. Here, let's go to it. Can I go to the evidence, y'all? Can I do this to them, bro? They don't know about the Cavro YouTube. They don't know about I created this just so I'll always have a lane to come back to if I needed to. Press one. You feel me? They don't really know who's the father of the YouTube street. Look at this nigga. Press one. Then we gonna go down your page, silly man. Block me. I wish you would. Nigga, I just woke up. Press one. I just woke up. Press one. You know who trained me? Sauce Slithery. Press one. You know who introduced me to the YouTube street without it being the YouTube sauce? You know who trained me up, fool? You got me fucked up. I learned from the best. Press one. That's Sauce Snake. Press one. I got on this YouTube and Sarnetta ran me through the mud, bro. So fuck that. It's not happening. It's not happening. The man himself, nigga. Press one. Be wise as a serpent. I love my classroom. I love it. Before we get to the show, we got to make fun of these people in homeroom. Press one because they think they teaching. Press one, but they looking like fools who can't defend themselves, who can't stand up. And then the Negro gonna want me to go live. Kev, come on to StreamYard. No, bring your trolling ass over here, punk. Nobody want to boost your channel up. You ain't talking about nothing but Pearl. That's it. You ain't doing nothing but advertising for Pearl. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look. One day ago. Look at this. How many hours? This one here is 2 hours and 40 minutes, 45 minutes. This one here, 2 hours. These are all one day ago. Listen, 2 hours and 58 minutes. How much time is 2 hours and 50 minutes and 2 hours and 50 minutes? Now, mind you, we got a work day here. Press one, we do YouTube here, son. Press one. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this straight. Let's do the math. Let's do the math. You spend 2 hours and 45 minutes on a call-in show about Pearl. Fine. Yesterday. Press one. You also do yesterday a Miss Pearly things for 1 hour and 33 minutes in the job motherfucking site. Press one because you in the fucking you in a room where the microwave and the water the water liter water is, the refrigerator, the company food. Press one, you in the waiting room, and you just got to go live from your job. Ain't that a bitch? So you supposed to be working at the real estate firm, and you put in an hour here. This is all yesterday. Look, 3 hours. Look, look, 1 day ago. There's not even that many hours in a day. Look at you. 1 hour and 20 here. 1 day ago. 3 hours and 19 minutes. Somebody get a fucking calculator. 1 day ago, 1 hour and 33 minutes. Let's scroll up. Let's scroll up because this is unnecessary, bro. Hey, bruv, you need a fucking mental evaluation. Another day ago, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Another day ago, 2 hours and 56 minutes. Another day ago, 6 hours and 9 minutes. Lord go to bed. Press one, take your ass to bed. And y'all be wondering why they be trolling me so much. Because they don't have nothing to offer. Now let's go down. You little twerp. You little Sinbad looking twerp. Press one, let's go down. Let's get past. You ain't doing nothing but advertising. And you're mad at them for taking a deal. You're not getting the deal. You're not worth anything. You bring no substance, bruv. Nobody wants to sit around and look at a banana peel. Press one, a fucking peeled banana for hours on end, and you're not talking about nothing. Press one, let's go back down. Let's go before Pearl. 200 views. 3 hours and 30 minutes for 200 views. 3 hours and 30 more minutes, 3 hours and 8 minutes for 126 views. Born again virgin wants men to wait for used goods. See? They just hate women. That's all he do. Look, all day, 4 hours. That's why he ain't been having no troll time, because he got to do this all day. I was looking where you was. You doing shows for 149 views. Bro, I don't even know why you laughing at bruv and them. Press one, big bruv and them over there just trying to make a way in Nigeria. Press one when you are American and don't have no pull with American people. You know why? Because you're not American. That's why. We don't feel you. Press one, and we never will, coward. Press one. We never ain't no even used to going on your show for what? What I'm gonna go on your show for? What I'm gonna go on your show for? For what? Nobody talks to you. Nobody sees you. All them people ain't contributing to you. That's you just wasting your time. You got a mental problem. You see? You got a mental problem. That's your problem. You a troll. You know how I know you a troll? Because you got the same thumbnails as O'Shea the Duke. Press one. Now let's go to more evidence. You got the same thumbnails as O'Shea Duke. That's why I know you a troll. You my favorite troll. Because you don't know what to do. Nobody likes you. You see? You and the other dude over there, the other island boy, Duke, the whatever his name is. Press one. Hey, bruv, why you gotta smoke when you I see you dudes, but it's because you don't have any thought process past what you've been taught. So you work for Pearl, period. You work for Pearl, and you only getting 5,000, 6,000 views when they, bro, and you not even getting, come on, bro. You work for Pearl. That's so sad, bro. Let's see what you sound like. Every show, call in. Let's go to it. Yeah, I'm talking about him. He ain't gonna do nothing. He's a coward. He ain't gonna do nothing. To his subscribers that's here, man, don't do that to Mike. Mike,
I don't know. I just muted him and I'm still hearing the same
all
feedback. Huh?
day. This why.
Only things, yeah. All right, we got best modes for you.
All you do is troll all day with people with nothing to do. Press one when I'm teaching history. You see, they need Pearl. They need Pearl. Ain't no other way around it. Without Pearl, nobody wants to hear him scam his way about talking about goddamn real estate. You better go somewhere else. Talk about something else. Press one. So anything that sticks, his mind from real estate person, he'll come down and troll his way to a view. He got a house. Press one. Family, cause he ain't got no girlfriend, cause ain't no way you can sit on the internet for that long and have a life. I say ain't no way you can sit on the internet this long and have a life. Press one. See, that's the thing about you brothers. See, y'all can sit back, but the real gonna keep it 100. All these hours, what's the total of hours in a day you spent yesterday on Pearl? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You spent out of 24 hours in a day, 13 of them was on Pearl, and you already got one scheduled. Please, bro. You niggas is virgin. Press one. You niggas is them niggas who wear low-cut socks to bed. Press one. Y'all niggas, bro. Y'all virgins, bro. Get up out of here, bro. Talking about FBA. This FBA, this FBU. What you talking about? FBA, foundationally black. Y'all ain't getting no women over there. We folding broads up. Press one is the U. We folding them up. Check. Press one. You ain't got no girls over there. Ain't no women over there watching y'all. We folding FBA, FBU. Press one. Submit. Press one. What you scared of? The women run that. That's why you niggas wear chapstick like your leader Tariq Nasheed. Press one. Big old Meg head. Press one. Kev Rowe. All of y'all foreigners. All y'all need Pearl. Press one. Call my show now. Y'all need Pearl. Y'all can't live without Pearl. Press one. You need her. And y'all be thinking y'all helping the community out.
It's going to be a very interesting stream because there are multiple things happening at once, guys.
Guys, come on, man. It's just multiple things. Let's just pump this up like it's a reality show. Because in my show, Duke to Dawn, press one. It's the you. Duke to Dawn, press one. I can't do nothing but talk about others and pretend I'm. Hey, look, same thumbnails. Same thumbnails. Look. This is all you got to watch is you trolling. Look. They're pumping them up. That's all that they're doing. These are the bottom feeders, bruh, with no type of base, going straight for, please look at me. I have something to say. And they appear mad or like they helping the black community when they're not even they're not even foundationally nothing. They're from islands in Jamaica and Haiti and this one and that one. They're not from America. Press one.
Dude,
And they all talking about the same thing.
listen, Pearl, you done escalate the game, baby girl. Like, why would you do this?
For you to eat a sandwich in whatever island and thunderstorm that little house or hut of yours is placed. Pirates, press one. Man, you see why they don't like me. The pirates don't like me. Press one because I expose the moon god. Press one in their sun worship. Press one in their denial of God and their knowledge. They have nothing but complaint and let's argue about Pearl and this one in relationships. And they not even in no relationship. Press one. They ain't touched a woman since motherfucking hurricane, motherfucking the Sandy storm. Press one. And that was 2, 4, 5, 8 years ago. Press one. They ain't had no women since the Pope wrote the letter to Obama. Press one. They ain't had nothing. They confined to the water. They little island is about the size of a house. Press 1. About the size of a house in California. Press 1. Or some property. Goddamn. And goddamn the Carolinas. Press 1. You get you some nice property down there. Be the size of their whole little island. Press 1. Quit playing. I just want to make that clear. While y'all talking about care first thing in the morning and come on a show and this one and that one, I got time before my show. I'd rather amuse all of these good people with y'all pages. Like, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to debate, Mike? Huh? What do you know, German man? Press 1. Why you ain't talking about nothing foundationally black German man? Why? If you found foundational FBA work for Pearl. FBA works for Pearl. Press 1. Y'all ain't getting nothing without Pearl. Y'all work for white Pearl. Press 1. Ain't no sense to talk about your slave master when that's their slave master and yours too. Press 1. The whole FBA depends on Antoine, little funny looking ass, and Pearl. That's a damn shame. Why would I want to be foundationally black? I believe in God. The living God, the living word. Press 1. Anything dead. All of them dead over there. Their channels are dead. The whole relationship guru shit is dead. Press 1. Nobody wants to hear it no more. They messed themselves up with this political stunt about racism, and it came back and smutted their queen, their king. Press, pardon me, their king, Pearl. And then Andrew Tate gets out of prison and sees his whole audience don't move to a woman. Y'all cowards. Press 1. Hey, that's why I said they're a nation full of what? What? Why have that many followers if they all fell under Pearl when the man went to jail? Press 1. Damn, I know that was hard for him to see. His whole gang don't turn queerosphere. Press 1.
Not like this. Not like this.
All of them ain't getting no women over there. Angry man, press 1. Mr. Let Go, press 1. Ain't none of them. All of them cowards. Press 1. All of them. That's fucked up, huh? My gay audience who watched the show in Atlanta rolling. Did this nigga just say queerosphere? All of them hate women. And that's why I love doing what I do, because I know they spiritual practice now. When you understand what these men believe in allegorical spiritual shit that Eve don't trick the Adam into, then you know why they so feminine. White man and TV ain't got nothing to do with your soul, nigga. Press 1. White man and TV ain't got nothing to do why we gotta be. Y'all got all these women problems because you got a different spirit in you. That's why. You can't control Eve because Eve run the show. That's why. The Most High God said he gonna put women and children over you with y'all pretty asses. Press 1. The niggas is pretty. Press 1. They get an extension. They was talking about you and your weave. Ladies, just go, bro. Put the hair. These niggas want weaves too. They got extensions folding them up like they King Von. See, they want to be sex appeal to themselves and women. Press 1 in their spirit. In their spirit, they couldn't contain it. So now they narcissism don't kick in where they became sexy to men and women and not disciplined enough to keep God first and fight through that. Press 1. Ain't that the truth? Press 1. That's what they scared of. The truth. And that's what you gonna get with Kev every single day. You think I'm spending my time waking up black folk to the predicament that we in the beneficiary package that's due to you, and they got you in the dream world. Talking about FBA when they all Haitians and foreigners and Frenchmen. Press 1, and from German. That's why they won't call, because they already know what it is. Francois. Press 1. Call it in. That's what I left this. That's what I left it on for. Press 1 for you weirdos to call it in and get it off y'all chest early. If you with bad boy, F you too. Press 1. Chino XL. If you do, press 1. All of y'all goofy pan-African and pan-believers of the Satan and Osiris, say something. I think the cat got your tongue. Press 1. I say the cat got the tongue. Press. Touch not the glove, but stop it. Press 1. I got bars. Yeah, that's them blame everybody. That's because that's a federally recognized move. See, when everybody's being identified, these so-called blacks need you to identify with black to give them an umbrella of credibility that they even belong here. And they come up with nice little 501(c)(3)s called FBA so they can pretend to be something. Press 1. That's nothing more than an Indian. Stop it. You're going to go on back to where you came from. You're going to identify with your nation. Press 1. Well, ain't nobody black over here. You got to have a identity. You don't have no identity, you're going to be under the power and stronghold of people like this. Press 1. And people like this. Press 1. And you know, ain't no Negro in him. Press 1. This day leader. Press 1. This day leader. Press 1. This day leader. Why talk about you when I talk about your slick hair leader? Press 1. Pretending to be foundationally black. And when he's so smart, he's stupid. Press 1. He's so smart, he's dumb. If you so smart, what is black in law? So why would you foundationally name yourself? Because he just want a piece of the pie and get a tax write-off. See, your heritage is nothing to these pirates. Nothing but a tax write-off to the federal government so they can live good next to the people that they complain most about. Press 1, let you know it's all a charade. It's a game. It's a ruse. Press 1, old man head know he can't handle the role, so they disguise their little team. Press 1. They disguise, well, I'm going to hit them all at one time. One quick drive-by on them and get to their boss and let them know it's bigger than you, little yellow banana boy from Germany. Press 1. The niggas trying to hide they motherfucking Germanic roots in melanation worlds and shit. Press 1. I say they want to hide they Germanic and foreign roots and they trying to hide their white man father, nigga. Come get it. They ain't trying to hide they white man daddy, nigga. Press 1. Hit that like button and subscribe. They want to hide they white man, not on a mama side, no, on a father side. Press 1. Kevin. This is like Black Adam Part 3. Kevin. Hold on, let me go to my call. I got a call. Coffee Kush TV, home room. You on the air. Hold up. I'm putting you on the air. I knew you was going to call from that weak ass.
All right, Chatty Patty.
That's
sir.
right, I'm on Chatty Patty. But I pulled you out, didn't I, Satan? Didn't I? Then I pulled your little weak ass out this morning. Look at him. You Chatty Patty. Look at your face, though.
Got 11 sisters. I see where you.
So what? I got more sisters than that. 11? Nigga, I got like 15 sisters, fool. Get it right. And they'll smash you. Neighborhood, they'll smash you. What you talking about? Press 1, yeah, 11. Nigga, I got a whole family. What you talking about? How you think I know the women? The way that I do, sucker. Why you think I'm attached to teaching the sisters, bro? Why? Clown. You don't know me, clown. You think you do. You want to so bad. You want to know, you want to be a Gillespie so bad, but you're not under me. You under your father, you island boy. Press 1. Now, do you got anything to say?
Chatty Patty, sir.
Just exactly
You're
what
a
I
chat.
thought. Just was exactly what I thought. Nothing to say. Now, get off my line, bruh. Y'all cowards. You see that? That's it. You ain't do nothing. You damn right I'm a Chatty Patty. Press 1. Sit right here, right on YouTube, and get to the bottom of your spiritual belief system, which is nothing. Look at the women. He weak as hell. Look at him in the chat. Look at the women. They talk, you weak as hell. You can't even speak. young man. You or the niggas you hang around. Press 1. Phone line stay open. Today's a free day. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You can't do nothing. You can't say nothing. Next. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Destruction.
Hey, my name's
Destruction.
Hey, brother. Hey, I love what you're doing. All I'm saying is giving you peace and brother, bro. Hey, press 1. That's all. That's all I came to say.
Shut up, nigga. Say something. Press 1. Shut up. Press 1. That's all black men do on the internet is play. Shut up. That ain't one of my students, so it don't matter. No. Press 1. Black men in America without this knowledge is nothing but fools. And I had to realize that niggas want to be fools. So they get dealt with like fools. Press 1. They ain't got nothing past that. We don't went far above them. They can't even maintain their thought process because they have no spiritual father. He's dead. Press 1. They got to go to the underworld. They got to wait till afterwards to get their blessing. Press 1. I say they got to wait till afterwards to get their blessing. Hit that like button. Kev Road Destruction Hour. You on the air. What up?
Hey, what's up, Peace King? I was watching one of your old videos last night, and it just dawned on me, like what you've been saying. Like we was already free men and women, and they had us in the streets marching to be black.
That was our foreigners getting you to do that. They use Moorish things to convince you from ions to sciences, which is manipulation. Yes, sir.
Like we are like some of our people, our predecessors in the street getting busted in the head, fire hose, bit by dogs, to give away their rights
to them, to foreigners, so they can be. So that's right, sir.
It really is like you said, Wonderland.
That's right, and that's what keeps them in. That's what keeps them in non-compost Mentos. They use that as an excuse to keep them mentally dead, sir.
If that don't make somebody believe that witchcraft is real, man, I don't know.
That's the coldest. That's the coldest spell ever. Thank you, sir. Thank you, champion. Destruction mode. That's right. Wisdom and knowledge. That's the worst witchcraft you can put on an individual, on a whole nation. Press 1. This shit right here. This is what we talking about. And they can't deal. Shout out to the person who just hit the Cash App for the truth. Press 1. Next. 424-209-9506. Kenneth Bean says, man, for staying solid, bro, I appreciate your service. For us, by us. For us, by us. Only real people can understand even a nigga temperament to even put up with such nonsense. And then you give them the time of the day, they ain't got nothing to say. They really just don't like that you are a truthful being on earth, nigga. Press 1. They don't know how we had the same circumstances, but my mind worked like this. Press 1. I already beat him just with saying that. His confidence level just said, dude. Press 1. Dude, man, we come from the same shit, bro. I ain't graduating nothing. There is no excuse from you at this level, chump. Press 1. Next. Minnesota, you on the air. What up? Gotta go to Texas. He's afraid.
Call from
He's up there with
Eugene.
afraid. Eugene, you're on the air. Destruction Hour. Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
No, talk.
Okay, well, I just previously talked to you. Did you think that I was a troll and trying to troll you, brother?
I
or
don't
did you
care
think that...
about that. I don't care. Press 1. I don't think that nothing. I think like this. Press 1. Fuck up out of here. Press 1. I don't think like nothing. I think like this. Next. 424-209-9506. I want all smoke. Come on. Come on down and come on. You over in the back, right there. In the back with the goofy Coogee. With the goofy Coogee back there. You don't want none? You over there from the South. Yeah, you ain't stepped your. You from the East Coast. You got something to say, God? Press 1. Oh, nothing. You little gangbanging ass niggas in Cali. Press 1. You want some of this? Press 1. You get beat up like y'all daddies used to. Press 1. You get beat up like your daddies used to. Press 1. Row. Say something. You ever heard that song called Say Something? Press 1. 424-209. They embarrassed because they really don't know nothing. They embarrassed. They don't know nothing. Press 1. I'm on my DMX right now. I'm bullying these guys. A nerd, a straight nerd. Don't gang bang, straight up tuna fish. No gang, no nothing. By myself, beating them up. Boom, boom, get back. Boom, bop. By myself. That's that Nipsey Hussle shit. Get them on your own. Ain't nobody gonna be there. Just beat them up. They ain't got nothing else to say but, please stop. Please stop. Please stop right there. They want you to believe you an Indian. They want you to believe you wear a red hat, a Moorish. They want you to believe you from West Africa. They want you to believe all these different things, but they don't want you to believe in God. They don't want you to believe in God. Press 1. They want you to think in rap all day. Then they get on the internet and try to pretend to be people that they not. Press 1. Get out of here, bro. I don't think nothing. I'm on destruction mode. Who looks like this, bro? A deceiver. Press 1. A nigga trying to be. Press 1. Who looks like this? Another one. Now press 1. Another one. Y'all not Kev? Stop it. What y'all doing? You're not Kev. So say something. Tell me what your gripe is with Mr. Gillespie in my classroom. That's why I love this class. Because they never ready. Press 1. They watching, but they afraid. Press 1. Oh, yeah, they here. Oh, that's for sure, for sure. How we say in Cali? That's for sure, for sure. Hit that like button and subscribe. But they cowards because they have nothing to say. But, oh my God, Miss Pearly Things tricked us. Because you ain't no man. That's why she tricked you. Press 1, because you ain't no man. That's why she tricked y'all black men. Because you ain't no man. That's why. Now, you thought? And that's why. The little white girl came up in here with little pigtails and told you, you know what? I don't like none of y'all. Press 1. Y'all over here crying. Oh, Miss Pearly Things. And she used us for, oh my God. She used us. Big guys with muscles. Oh my God. We have to take a stand against, where's your God? I don't really believe in nothing. Well, you the reason. You don't even, your foundation ain't solid. Like Nipsey Hussle said. Your foundation ain't solid, sir. Press 1. You will let anybody come up in here with little pigtails. You will sell us all. Press 1 and then get up here after the fact like you wasn't with them. Like you not part of the same group that did that. Nobody really care about what she said. She ain't running shit. I just did the expose just to say, ha. Press 1, your little white woman, Jesus Ishtar Savior, press fell over and got hung upside down in the Catholic Church like Peter. Press 1. Nah, that's the only reason why I did it. I don't like none of them. Press 1. I celebrate when y'all try publicity, media curses, and witchcraft, and it turned upside down on you. Press 1. You can never sell no tickets, Mike. Nobody supports y'all, bro. Y'all don't have an audience. See, this audience that's with me, we talk about anything and they hear. I'm not going to go into 100 views for 6 hours. That's a waste of my time. Wait a minute. My message ain't getting across. When is it going to click that your message ain't getting across? When is it going to click? Press 1. Hit that like button. Y'all be out in these boring ass states in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a cornfield in a hut some goddamn where. Niggas is really in gang infested environments, bro. Really worried about shit. Y'all niggas is really huddled up. Press 1 and grandma house way out the way. Press 1. way over there and talking about we. Ain't no we. Oh, Germanic head ass. Press 1. Shazam on that nigga. Press 1. I wish we would prop up a banana looking Sinbad as a black FBA leader. You can't lead 122 people in your chat room. Press 1. You ain't got the nerve to say, we looking for reparation. Nigga, we gonna do a bloodline check on you Negroes, and it's gonna come back to you with the saying you came over on the Mayflower right with their ass. Press 1. Your forefathers came right through, and I ain't even got to check the Dawes Roll. And your forefathers came right through Ellis Island, and they were stamped 14th Amendment citizens. Nigga, we died to become 14th Amendment citizens, you German. Press 1. We was forced. Our death was forced. You're alive, coward. Press 1. Your forefathers did this for you, so you can have a name like Michael. You disrespect the Romanov family, changing your name to Mike. Press 1. Fucking asshole. Ain't none of y'all got no American name. All y'all got little weird, little Czechoslovakian names, little black Germans like Ice Cube running around, 5'2". Napoleon head ass niggas. We big and tall in America. Press 1. Yeah, we play basketball and shit like it's nothing. Where y'all at? Press 1. Ain't nobody watching them leagues. That's why y'all don't want to go home. Because you know you're going to have to play basketball for Portugal. With your weak ass. You're going to have to play basketball for Spain. Press 1. Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike TV, your daddy German and your mama Portuguese and Spaniard. Press 1. You got a little nigger in you. You got a little Indian in you. Press 1. You can't even talk to me, non-melanated being. Press 1. Nigga, these niggas is out here, they skin looking like they androgynous. I'm scared to even ask if you niggas even have sexual organs. Press 1.
Not like this. Not like this.
I go in, nigga. All them muscles with no sexual organs does nothing in the kingdom of God, says the Levitical laws. You little flat nose. Press 1. Niggas ain't got no sexual organs, ladies. That's why they hate us and y'all. Press 1. They hate us all. They androgynous. These niggas is really, really from the bottomless pit. Press 1. I say the spirit that's in them, they'll sleep with men and women. Press 1. Press 1. They come on the screen greased up. You see how I come on shining for the sisters, teach that knowledge correctly? You feel me, queen? They up here greased up for the fellas too. Press 1. Subliminally getting all cute. Press 1. Man, don't hate. No, bro. I had to work to get this knowledge. Nigga, I wasn't accepted in any schools and programs. Nigga, I went through the street and learned through life. Press 1. Ain't talking about. Y'all was over there. All this. But Kev was out here in these streets. Press 1. Hit this. You're not good enough if you don't have. I ain't graduate shit. Y'all was around here dancing, believing in different gods and Egyptian sorority and Greek fantasies. That's who you sold your soul to. Press 1. See? That's different. See, I was redeemed by yours truly. You sold yourself a long time ago. And you're going to have to come to the Father to get cleaned up. Press 1. You can get mad at me all you want to. But I was baptized on 54th and Figueroa. Hashtag 54 at the Good Shepherd Baptist Church. Press 1. Honk a couple times when you pass by and look at it. Press 1. So you can't say nothing. I've been here. Press 1. I know what it's like to get new life. Press 1. So hashtag 54 that, bungalows. I'm winning. I stay winning. Hit that like button and subscribe. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's why I teach so much. That's why I put God first, because I know who and what saved my life. Press one. I know who and what is around me. Press one. They in they feeling, not me. I love every bit of it. Every bit of this phase in life right now. You know, so from Coffee and Kush TV, late night with the Row, talk more urban like this. We more like this, but we gonna be talking about a lot more YouTubers. Kind of like how we just did Mike, but more bigger YouTubers to get more clout. Cause Mike is nothing. Press one. So my audience don't even like Mike. Press one. There's nothing for him to gain from this alteration, but a viewer to press one. Because you will go dumb listening to these people. And you know you will. You know you will. So ain't no going back unless you just choose to be ignorant. Press one. You know when they liars, right? You know when they be lying. I ain't gonna put you up there. I ain't talking about you, sir. Even though this one and that one. I'm talking about this one right here. You're not a leader, big guy. This is their leader. Now let's listen to how their leader talks. And then they want to troll me. Let's listen to their leader when one of the African brothers, shout out to Africa and the real people in the continent. Press one. All the black people who don't want to be manipulated by FBA and their hate towards our brothers across the aisle, nor are we putting up with false islanders who don't know who they are, pretending that we was slaves, like y'all sold us. Y'all didn't sell us to slavery, my African brothers. You didn't have the power to sell us into slavery. You know who sold us into slavery? These pirates. Let's listen to them argue.
So let's get you on here. What's up, Virgil?
Yo.
So they said you've been trolling in the room. I haven't seen.
I'm not trolling. I'm trying to talk to you. So I feel like that y'all are hate. What?
Calm down, nigga.
I feel like you hating, bro.
Nigga, calm the fuck down, bro.
He wasn't tripping, but this is them. Come on.
Your energy real funny style. Calm down.
No, I feel like you hating.
All right, but first calm the fuck.
I'm calm, bro. I'm saying I feel like
and Tyreek swear he's us. He's putting his last dollar, and God got a rude awakening for you, brother. Woo, you little Haitian, you. Press one. You little Asiatic. Press one. But 20 years ago, it was Africa and all the great roots in Africa. Now they hear Kev Gills on the rise, and the American black was here. See, we found a timeline, and they trying to double back. At first, it was Africa. Now is foundationally black, which shows his ability to just go along with whatever program he's paid to speak and vouch for by the federal government.
FBA stuff is like hating. Like, why are you even saying that stuff? Like, why would you?
Why hate on Africans? There's no reason to. There's no reason. FBA wants to cause a fight, all-out internal gripe with Africans and African Americans. The thing about it is, Tyreek not African American. Give a damn who his grandfather is. Press one. I don't care about none of these names. His name Tyreek Nasheed. None of this, bruh. Now ain't no Nasheed on no dolls, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Put on Instagram.
Where are you from?
Look.
Where am I from? I'm from New York.
He get this from me. He get this from me. Where are you from? No. Where your family from?
Why would y'all like?
Where is your family from?
Look,
from Jamaica.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
Damn, bro. So don't talk to me when y'all boss talk to y'all like this at death row. Press one. Don't talk to Kevin, bro, about how I'm getting at these FBA when FBA get talked down to, bro. Like this. And he's portraying a role as who? Me? Get out of town, bro. Get out of here.
And respect foundational black Americans. You
don't gotta respect foundational black Americans because they dead. They don't. That's a 501c or something. That's not a nation. You trying to carry on an identity that's not you. Press one. Then you're going to keep the hate going by saying, be quiet when you're talking to foundationally black America. You're not foundationally nothing. Press one. Nothing.
I'm not respecting none of that coon shit. What are you talking about?
Nigga, the coon is you and
Why?
your coward fucking family that had to.
The coon is you. They don't even know what a coon is, bro. They don't even know what a coon is. See, they're arguing in ignorance. We talking law. We talking law. We talking historical. We got God first, though. We got God first, though.
Bounce because you failed in Jamaica, nigga. That's
because we failed in Jamaica?
You failed in fucking Jamaica.
And then what happened to everybody that's in America?
Nigga, we still here fighting. That's what we doing. We didn't run like bitches.
So you
ran like.
Wait a minute, sir. We lost the war, sir. What are you talking about? We didn't run like bitches. Nigga, Jamaica and Haiti was a part of the French that invaded America. What are you talking about, bro? You guys are all redcoats, bro. Foreigners, bro. Our people fought against you and the federal government, bro. Let's go.
So FBA, FBA.
I'm saying you.
Wait, no, I'm asking you.
Hey, look at him. I'm saying you a bitch. Ain't no African American in you, bro. Why are you calling him a bitch? Why you? Because of what his forefathers did. I talk to people all the time, bro. From people from the island, bro. Who know exactly what I'm saying. I'm not calling them bitches and they cowards because they ran. I'm telling the truth aggressively because of the space that we are in the Chitlin circuit. And I know what I'm up against. But they not bitches. We all know them Africans and Asians, and we know our brothers ain't bitches. So why are we going there? Why are we going there?
You ran like a bitch.
You ran like a bitch. No, Tyreek, under that notion, you ran too. And our forefathers ran too. We were defeated. Fine. We were defeated at Wilmington. We were defeated at every black massacre. And our people had to run. Clown. What are you talking about him for? Press one. Oh, the children, the men and women who died running. They had to run. Even the scriptures say, flee into the mountains. I'm acting like your forefathers did something ours didn't, Tyreek, or theirs didn't. Press one. We ran. And we still here, champion. Press one. We live to see another day, clown.
I'm telling you. No, ask me nothing.
No, because I'm tasking
your
what you talking
family.
about.
Your family ran
FBA
like
support
bitches.
Malcolm X?
Nigga, your family ran like
does FBA
bitches.
support Malcolm X?
Hold on. Do FBA support Malcolm X, bro?
You ain't at liberty to say nothing about the foundation of Black America.
Yes, they are. He's at liberty to say whatever he wants to say.
Nigga, Malcolm X ain't got nothing. Malcolm X was half foundational Black American. You ain't got.
Malcolm X was half foundationally Black American? What? You see? When you ask these brothers things, they already emotional because now you're conflicted. What do you like? Well, you know where he's from. Now you know where his family lineage is. See, now you caught.
Nothing to do with
You
Malcolm
say he
X.
was half?
Yes, he was.
There's no such thing as half foundationally Black American.
His dad was a foundational Black American.
The whole thing
His
that he's
dad
talking
was
about
a
came from a
foundational
Jamaican
Black
nigga. What are you
American.
talking about?
Nigga, first of all, Marcus Garvey was a Jamaican. He said y'all weren't shit.
Wait a minute. But Marcus Garvey was of the French. And Marcus Garvey wasn't shit. Press one. Marcus Garvey was bailed out by Walter Plecker, who took the name of George Washington Gillespie. Oh, he wasn't shit. Press one. Walter Plecker genocided America, Black America. Paper genocide, took their names and gave it. What are you talking about? The hell with Marcus Garvey and Walter Plecker. Those are French. Press one. I don't care what he said about our Jamaican brothers. We say he's a traitor. That's what we say. He's a traitor. That's what he is. He should have been hung.
Marcus Garvey didn't get shit popping in Jamaica. He got it popping here.
He didn't get shit popping here. Marcus Garvey was helped wipe out our economy. He brought in You coward. You guys are fucking cowards. He helped Margaret Sanger abort millions of black babies. He helped introduce his regime and use that as a black cover. Press one to do the Spanish flu, to do a lot of things, to genocided our people. Marcus Garvey was, in fact, with the Black Nurses Association, who was an offshoot of the Germanic Margaret Sanger extermination program. Press one. See? Google it, clown. That's the American Red Cross right there. They are a part of the genocide process. And a lot of you so-called black folk gonna have to get that in your head. That your leaders, they put up as your leaders, walked you into bondage from being a freeman and not the other way around. And people like this are put in by the federal government to do this, to cause division, to cause what Tupac say, confusion. You feel me? They like Judas was to Jesus, like Pac said. They here to cause confusion. And they talking about Kev, bro. He fucking up the game, blah, 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 because they scared, nigga. Press one, tell them niggas to drop an album, nigga. Tell they little troll to drop an album on Pearly Row Records. Press one.
Y'all try to tell the Marcus Garvey lie. Marcus Garvey left Jamaica in disgust because of
he left America in disgust after being bailed out by Walter Plager, which is the Nazi Germans. Press one, who took him back to Europe where he's from. Press one. So stop speaking highly on our genocide, cowards.
like your bitch ass. Nigga,
Because
don't come over here running your fucking mouth.
Everywhere,
talking that
bro.
dumb
There's
shit.
coons everywhere.
And at
There's
least we
coons
got coons
everywhere.
that stay here. We don't flee. You're not at liberty to say nothing about a foundation of Black American.
Flee where?
Fled.
Where?
You fled your homeland.
Jamaica.
You fled your homeland.
Yo,
so where's their homeland? They go to Jamaica. So what are you saying, Tyreek? Come on, let's be real.
You didn't stay there to fight.
No. Hold on. You
didn't stay there to fight and make it better.
Thank you. He was what's that term? He was deported. Thank you. He was deported.
Let me
You
calm down.
didn't stay there and fight to make your country better, my nigga. So you can't say nothing to us. We stay here and make our shit better.
We stayed here. We belong here. What do you mean? We stayed here. We belong here.
We go through the hardships and we stay to make it better, my nigga.
Hold on, let me calm
You
let me
ain't
calm
in
down.
Jamaica.
Yo, you are right.
How come you ain't in Jamaica fighting for your family and your lineage, my
This nigga don't
nigga?
even want to talk.
How come you ain't in Jamaica talking that gully shit you talking? You ain't in Jamaica. How come you ain't there fighting, nigga? You got all that mouth here. You ain't over there getting the Asians and the Indians off their ass in Jamaica. I go to Jamaica all the time, nigga. So don't have all that smoke for us and you ain't got it for them.
That nigga sound like a straight woman. That sound like somebody grandmother and aunties out there.
Thank you. Have a good night. Nigga, fuck off my phone, nigga.
That's disgusting.
That's how you handle that.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. And that lets you know, where's the museum? Right there on Clinton. Like what's the basis? Like, what is this? Coughing kills Kev Row at night. Press one. No order. No nothing. No nothing. And this is how they get talked to by their leader. I'm cool. I'm just cooling. He's sassy, ain't he? Press one. He's sassy as shit, ain't he? Press one. I told you. They took over the whole thing a long time ago. They took over the black community. Press one. Them boys got these little niggas in position already to make the conversation so irrelevant about nothing. Press one. They don't know politics, law. He ain't said nothing. He ain't been at one FBA reparation meeting in Sacramento about nothing. He just running his mouth. Press one. He just running his mouth. Because real reparations go to us, not him, and he knows that. Press one. He just trying to get a couple more $100,000 so he'll live comfortably over there in whatever island he's disposed of in the near future. A lot of these niggas is about to be deported because they're not even Americans in the first place, and they ain't nothing but dissidents from foreign lands. Press one, pretending to be Hebrew Israelites, foundationally Black American, Turtle Island, wherever they think that they from. Press one, they ain't nothing but Germanic dissidents. As Dan Calloway, why he believe in Indians? Because he has to. He's a German. That's why his ass is Germanic. Press one. So now he got to use the same way that they got in America by saying that they're Indian. So there's no way Dan Calloway will ever admit that he's not no damn Indian, because he got to be an Indian, or else he don't belong here. Just like everybody else is a foreigner. Press one. So yeah, Dan Calloway, all these dudes is foreigners. And ain't nothing wrong with being a foreigner, but I'm speaking for the people who are really from America, for real. Press one. No passport needed. No green card needed. No work visa needed. No blood, sweat, and tears from the forefathers. Press one. Yeah, all that other stuff from the back home. Why you not at home building up Africa? Why y'all not doing what you supposed to? Tyreek just want to be, he don't believe in God. See, when you don't believe in God, you just run in your mouth. That's it. When you don't believe in God, what's the come of that? Well, until something else comes along, like Satan. Press one, no foundation. So how your shit gonna be called foundationally black anything if your shit really just blowing in the wind like Satan, coming and growing? Press one. How? That's not foundationally responsible. That's not fiscally responsible. That's not responsible, G. Hit that like button and subscribe. Yesterday we had a show with the librarian teaching us about the trust, the bond, the 13th and 14th Amendment. She just began to talk about how the trust was stolen, in what way. And you guys are great, because the people finally are able to see it on a different level. And that's all you can expect from it, because this ain't about dividing nobody. Truth brings people together. I'm going to keep it 100. Truth brings people together. Hit that like button and subscribe. That's what my truth does, whether they like it or not, whether you like it or not. So at least my truth, even though it's a little wild, it's still a healing process, because I do all this to bring you right to the truth, not to leave you, oh, I'm all right, I'm finna go do another live stream and this one and that one. No, G. This is really, really about truth, bro. So however y'all feel about it, it's supposed to be that way so I can break you down. You feel me? My truth is going to break yours down anyway. So you might as well just stop fighting against my truth if you hear, and stop hating on me. And if you really can't, how long I've been on the air? I gave y'all a whole hour. Press one. Shout out to my Cash App. I gave y'all a whole hour of homeroom before I even got started on today's lesson. Press one. I don't want to hear nothing from y'all. You have nothing to say other than, you're talking, man. Oh, this one and that one. You're not saying anything. You don't know anything. Which is why no women want to be with you niggas. Because you can't lead her nowhere. Even with no money, you can lead a woman somewhere to God. Press one. To God. You can't even leave her to God. That's everything she wants. What you talking about? Press one. Y'all niggas, y'all better come to school. Press one. That's everything she don't got. What you talking about? And if she don't know that, that's on her. I ain't got nothing to do with me. That's on her. If she don't know that. If a man ain't bringing God in your life and introducing you to God, it really ain't worth your time. Because you know it all, right, ladies? Y'all independent. Y'all got your own shit. These niggas is really just like, they don't need us, but they don't know God. That's why they feel that way. And so without God, they can't even lead appropriately. You see that? Press one. They just sit there and cry with you. And the women be on stage acting like they don't know. Shit, man. Maybe it's love. Maybe you need to love harder. No, he ain't got no God in his life. He need to get back. How many times you go to church this year? None. How many times you been in that word? I don't really believe in that. That's why she wilding. In my system, that's why she wilding. Press one. You gotta live God's word so the testimony of your life shines through your everyday action. Press one. That way she know God. Press one. Hit that like button and subscribe. Without that, little Adam, you be doing the same thing your father used to. Press one. You be doing the same thing our forefathers used to. And that's how we ended up in the matriarch system, a.k.a. the Matrix. Hit that like button where corporate entities take advantage of the women and keep the God's sons down. That's not God order. Press 1. That's Antichrist. Hit that like button. So I'm here to break that down. All that other noise they talking, that's cool before class. But it's class time, and I hope y'all learned something yesterday. I hope y'all learning something right now. These guys, this whole hour I gave them, they just want to annoy me. They can't exist there, so their whole thing is to get your attention. You ever seen that before? A person just wants your attention. And that's sad when grown, Germanic, foreign men need your attention so you don't get to the truth. Press 1. So let me finish kicking this. The Magna Carta, the stolen legacy of George Washington, and the beneficiaries, the heirs, being displaced. Press 1, and this white lady going to continue to break this down. You pay attention for the next hour and a half, and if I need to, I'll commentate a little bit. But I think that every man, since we on part 2, every man get them notebooks out, open up them tabs with the 1828 dictionary, and you feel me, and get familiar with these words so the vision can open up for you. You know what I'm saying? So you can have more clarity into what you're looking at when you're looking at the world and how it's operating, and not be a victim of like psychotrauma media. That's Operation Paperclip type shit. Not having an understanding on how the forefathers by law would have viewed this situation. Press 1. So God bless y'all. I see y'all in a minute, and I hope you learned something from this broadcast.
I never learned this in school. So there we have the fee simple absolute. Like I said, if they had named the heir, if they had done anything to signify who the heir was, it would have lessened the estate and it would have become a life estate. Now when you come to a life estate, you have problems because there are things that apply to it. You have responsibilities. To continue on with the fee simple, you'll notice on page 8, I have a few things underlined, such as if, now we're discussing the heirs or the parties of the estate, and if he dies intestate without any heirs, lineal or collateral, the property escheated to the overlord in feudal days, and now would escheat to the state. The estate, B's estate, will last only as long as he has heirs.
Now, suppose everybody dying, not leaving nothing behind. Now, that's insane, right, classroom? That's like no heirs because things aren't being handed down correctly to the sons. The sons are being murdered all over the place. Aborted, murdered. Not at the head of household. That's murder. That's decapitation. When they're not in place. And because they're not in place, they're able to rule.
Therefore, we have the 14th Amendment getting rid of the heirs. The estate lasts only as long as there are heirs.
So the estate, the 14th Amendment gets rid of what? The heirs. Why? Because they're deemed black. They're sent into exile. They're dead. They're black. And they're out of there. You get it? The 14th Amendment got you and your family, the heads of households, out of there. So now you're dead completely. You're the head of household. You're incompetent. The state is the man. The woman is the wife. And the kids are bastards because they daddies is dead at sea. And each kid is going to grow up to replace their dead daddy that's lost at sea. That's why drugs and gangs and all that shit is prevalent in y'all communities the way that there is, because it knocks you off of being an heir. So you spend your life fighting for black rights and all the people of the world because they're the black ones. They are refugees from different lands seeking refugees by the way of service in which you granted them, and they overthrew and usurped the whole government and amended these things into law. Your death, the white supremacist premise and basis lies in the enslavement and death of the black male as the head of household. Press 1.
That is why we hear from these offside roots that the preamble or the Constitution is outdated and outmoded. Yes, because they have gotten rid of the heirs and it is not valid anymore. Why should we keep it around? Let's get rid of it. I heard by word of mouth, I don't keep up with these things, that one of the people who ran for presidency last time wanted to have a constitutional convention. Well, if the throne has been abdicated, a constitutional convention is proper so that the throne can descend to something or someone else. Because we no longer need the Constitution as it is. It's outdated, isn't it? Mm. Well, you might think so, but I don't. On page 34, we come to a thing. You will notice that I have put some writing up at the top. It says restraint on alienation. Okay, case 40. A being, the fee simple owner of Blackacre, executed his deed to B as grantee in the following words. I hereby grant Blackacre to B and his heirs, but upon the express condition that it shall not be competent for B to dispose of or alienate said Blackacre for a period of 5 years after he receives the title of such property. Okay, so someone's attempting to pass a fee simple absolute here with a big but. But he can't do this or that or the other. So what type of estate does he really have? And down there you'll see the answer is C has a fee simple absolute in Blackacre. This question does not involve either a determinal fee simple or a fee simple on conditions subsequent, for no intention appears on the face of the deed. Here is a fee simple estate vested in B. The grantor then attempts to impose upon the grantee, B, a restraint on his power to alienate or dispose of the fee simple estate. Is such restraint valid? The answer is an unequivocal no. You have no power, no right to restrain a fee simple absolute in any way, shape, or form. You can put no conditions on it. Restraint on alienation. Pigeonhole that word. Because at this time, your Social Security number is a restraint on alienation to that estate. Okay, let's see.
What page you're on, buddy?
I am now on page 79. We're going into freehold estates still. An estate of freehold is an estate of indeterminate duration other than an estate at will or by sufferance. Again, it says so, indeterminate duration. This is what makes the Constitution infinite, to last for all ages, for all societies. Okay, this makes it immortal. It's beautiful. It is an immortal thing. It's there. Life estates. Now, I should have something on life estates in here. I know they're there. I hope we get to them. But we're going to throw something in on life estates. When you get to life estates, we have conditions on estates, okay? You can no longer waste. In a freehold estate, the fee simple absolute, the heir or the posterity, the person who has the estate, they can waste any portion of it they want. They can burn it, shred it, throw it away, give it away, anything they want. That's waste, okay? That owner can waste. But when it comes to a life estate, no. There is no wasting in life estates. No wasting in life estates. You're subject to duties, regulations, and laws. Wonder what kind of estate the 14th Amendment is. Here's a good one.
What page are you on, buddy?
We're still on page 80. Some of the authorities, this is the third paragraph down, in an attempt to exactitude. I'm not always good at reading. Okay. Have employed the term fee simple absolute in such a case or in such a way as to set it off as a distinct legal concept. Totally new concept. Thus it has been stated that an estate in fee simple absolute means a perfect title. It is the entire and absolute interest and property in the land. Interest in the land. Your rights and duties to it are an interest in that. You have no duties, though, in a fee simple absolute, so your privileges, immunities, or everything is an interest in the estate. Difficult to pay one. Page 81. Second sentence, there can be only one estate in fee simple to a particular tract of land. It is an estate of inheritance unlimited in duration, descendable to all the heirs of the owner alike to the remotest generations. And aside from the fact that it may be created so as to be defeasible and subject to executory limitations, or granted or devised subject to a condition subsequent, it is with respect to its duration and enjoyment as an interest in property clear of any qualification or condition. It has been defined as an estate of perpetuity confining an unlimited power of alienation that or than which no person is capable of having a greater interest. And down at the bottom in the footnote you will see that an estate which must be a fee simple is absolute, complete, and self-sufficient. An estate which must be nourished or kept alive by the grantee is obviously conditional or qualified or limited. This element of insecurity implicit in the grant impairs the totality and permanency of the estate, and such an estate is not a fee simple. Insecurity? Are you feeling insecurity with your estate? If we had our estate, we would not be feeling insecure. And insecurity is running rampant in this country amongst people. Heavy insecurities. Not trusting the other person, not trusting your brother, your sister, blaming everything on someone else. He did it. Republicans did it. No, the Democrats did it. No, the Latins did it. The Spanish did it. The Mexicans did it. The black people did it. The white people did it. The Koreans did it. Somebody else did it. Nobody is taking responsibility. They don't know who did it. They have absolutely no idea what's going on. Oh, let's see. Use possession. On page 83 in estates, it brings up the use and possession of property constitutes a gift. Let's see. Oh, we have the metaphysical concept of title. I like that word metaphysical. You know, for a long time I thought metaphysical meant ooh, you know, I didn't understand ooh, you know, until my good friend said metaphysical means thinking, thought process. Okay. I like that word. I can understand thinking. It seems like that's all I ever do.
Well, if you quit, you're in trouble.
Yes, I believe so. I'm passing on to more pages. Okay, exception to the rule, reservation of the grantor. Here, we must understand exceptions. Okay, on page 90, the common law rule requiring words of inheritance in a conveyance to pass a fee simple was subject to many well-established exceptions. Thus, although it was usually held that words of inheritance were necessary to establish a fee in a grant containing a reservation in favor of the grantor, because a reservation is technically speaking a regrant of the property, no words of inheritance were necessary to establish an exception in fee simple in favor of the grantor, since an exception excluded from a conveyance that which would otherwise pass. Now, in the Constitution, the Fifth Amendment and certain things are exceptions. That power that was reserved to the people is an exception. Okay, now exceptions are very important when it comes to the estate. Okay, even though they put words of inheritance in here, okay, there are still found exceptions in the body of the Constitution outside of here. And we must find those exceptions at time. In the Fifth Amendment, you were reserved. This is, by the way, this is where liberty is in the Fifth Amendment. I had a couple pages of index on the Constitution, what is found where. Liberty is only found in the Fifth Amendment. That was interesting. The let's see, the blessings, where is it? There, nowhere in the Constitution is found domestic tranquility. There is no corporate power to administrate domestic tranquility. Yet it's in the preamble. It's part of the estate. It's supposed to exist. Obviously, we're not getting our domestic tranquility these days, but yet it is part of the estate and is not listed anywhere or even under any subject of the remainder of the Constitution. And liberty is only found in the Fifth Amendment. Now, the common defense and everything, all these other words, common defense, general welfare, that is enormous, and that is what they're administrating under the corporate mortmain jurisdiction. But several of these things just aren't being administrated under corporate function. It's kind of nice to know that they have something they can't administrate. So when I write to them, I'd like to have my domestic tranquility as part of the estate. Now, am I going too slow or too fast for most of you? Am I doing okay? All right. Oh, here's a good one. It's, page 91, up at the top. It says, a grant to the government or a subdivision thereof as for the use of the United States forever contains sufficient words to vest an absolute fee simple. Now, I want you to just pigeonhole this idea of a grant to the government. Okay? In the United States, the common law rule requiring words of inheritance and a conveyance to pass a fee simple has never been applied to a conveyance to a trustee. The estate taken by a trustee is measured by the duties he is required to perform. Like the articles. And the exigencies of the trust, and not by the presence or absence of words of inheritance. But yet there they are, still there. Hence, in any particular grant to a trustee of a fee simple title is necessary to the performance of the trust. A fee simple passes even though the word heirs was not used in the conveyance. Contrary rule is obtained in England, however. So the articles are the duties of the trustees in this estate. Supposed to have gold and silver, all those good things, as money. That's a duty of the trustee. Very interesting. Gold and silver is the trust fund, the money. Okay, if that's the money in this estate, what is a Federal Reserve note? Who is the Federal Reserve note for?
14.
Yeah, but that's a name. What's the thing? We're looking for the things that the Constitution creates, not the name. 14th Amendment is another estate. It's a separate estate. It is a life estate. It is an estate created under the estate. If I own a fee simple absolute big chunk of land and I wanted to maintain control of half of it or 3/4 of it, and yet give maybe a quarter, sell a quarter, convey a quarter to someone else, but still get it back, I'd create a different estate, a life estate. You can have that estate until such and such time, and if you die or the conditions aren't met, I get it back. So I create another estate. That's what's happened. Another estate has been created. On page 207, The non-payment of taxes. Ooh, my. Now we're discussing a life tenant here. The mere refusal of the life tenant to pay taxes is not where there has been no actual sale for taxes, a ground for forfeiture of the life estate at the suit of the remainderman. Next underlined portion. Under some statutes, non-payment of taxes by a life tenant is regarded as committing waste, justifying forfeiture of his estate. Well, they're not going to have you forfeit your 14th Amendment estate, so they just put you in jail. You've committed waste, now you're subject to certain laws and conditions. Okay, as a 14th Amendment citizen, a life tenant, you're committing waste. That's against law. Even in old common law, it was against the law. So you see, we're at the common law, but yet we can't get to the common law. It's a paradox. The common law we want to get to is up here, way up here, but yet we're still at the effect of the common law because it's still hovering over us. They've just diminished our estates and we didn't know about it. Have not been informed. Full disclosure did not take place. If it did, certainly wasn't in my civics class. Now, under life estates, there are remainders. Okay, if I have a home in a life estate, I have to keep that home up in a good condition for the remainders, whoever buys it, whoever gets it after me. A frequently stated rule on page 220, a frequently stated rule is that the remainder must be created by the same instrument which creates the life estate. In the ancestor, in order for the rule of Shelley's case to apply. Now, the rule of Shelley's case is long and drawn out, but it's a highly important rule. Under this rule, a will and codicil are considered one and the same instrument. Okay? It has been stated that the limitation to the heirs may be made by a power of appointment contained in the same instrument. So the rule in Shelley's case is important, and I'm not going to go into it because we have right here quite a bit to go through without going into everything I read and learned. Now we're getting to the point of codicil and will. Okay, all of a sudden that has popped up into our little picture. We're not quite sure where it fits, or even if it does fit, it might belong to some other puzzle, so we're going to sit it over here temporarily. And now we come to American Jurisprudence 2D, which is volume 23, Dedication to Desertion and Non-Support. But we're going to be looking up deeds. We're going to find out what a deed is. You see, all of these things that are very important when we're looking at a trust, at a use, we have to look at what is a will, what is a trust, what is a deed, because deeds start coming in, and so do grants, and so that everything can come into proper perspective. Okay, so in deeds, what if I was wrong? What if this was a deed? Actually, it is. Okay, it is a trust. Everything, it all comes in. Up at the top here, grant is a synonym of conveyance. Do you remember back when Mr. Baldwin said it was a grant? 82.
82.
You missed that one. Remember Mr. Baldwin, the Justice Baldwin said that the Constitution was a grant? I do believe I read that. Right here in deeds, it says, grant is a synonym of conveyance. So now Blackacre has been conveyed. We now know it is a grant Okay, and we find this under deeds, so obviously it is a trust deed. Doesn't have to be, but it is. This is very flexible, folks, unlike the law we know today. You know, we can take the word deed out and still say this is a trust without the word deed in there. Somebody brings a grant in, okay, it's a grant too. Yes, it's a trust, it's a deed. There are things that it is not, but there are many things that it is. Assignments. Section 5. The term assignment, which signifies the act by which one person transfers to another or causes to vest in another his right of property or interest therein, is sometimes used synonymously with grant. Again, so as to operate as a conveyance of the title to real property. But is ordinarily limited in its application to the transfer of intangible rights, including those in action and rights in or connected with property, as distinguished from the property itself. The term assignment, unlike the term deed, does not signify an instrument under seal, and at common law, if not under seal, it was not sufficient to pass legal title to real property. This document is a document under seal. Oh, then we have mention of wills down at the bottom of page 83. Under deeds in Amjor, we have wills. Okay? Whether an instrument is a deed or a will depends primarily on its operation and not on its form or manner of execution. The essential characteristic of a testamentary interest is that it operates only upon and by reason of the death of the maker. During his lifetime, it is ambulatory and revocable. Hence, the maker, by its execution parts with no right and divests himself of no oh God, this is getting different. Modicum. Modicum, how do you pronounce that word? Modicum? Modicum? Modicum, okay, of his estate. I see, I'm not all-knowing. Even though you might think I am. After you know what I know, you're going to be a know-it-all too. It is fundamental, on the other hand, in order that an instrument may be operative as a deed, that it pass a present interest, although it is not necessary that the grantee take a present estate in the property conveyed accordingly. This is defining deeds and wills. On the operation, what was the primary operation of the Constitution? Besides, the Founding Fathers did not have testamentary capacity. The Statute of Wills says that. But now we're segueing into, we're bringing in a little bit of will stuff because we're going to find out that the 14th Amendment creates a codicil. It is a codicil. The Founding Fathers are obviously dead, folks. They must be dead because everybody is taking under a codicil and looks like a will part of our document. It's segued. They must have died. We're going to find out that the 14th Amendment is you make an election to literally take under a will. Page 90. Deeds are traditionally regarded as consisting of a number of formal parts. The first of which is known as the premise. The premise of a deed, sometimes designated the caption, embrace matters preceding the habendum clause, such as the recitals of the grantor, intention and motives for his deed, the names, designations, and descriptions of the parties, etc., the conditions expressed for the deed, words of grant, and the description of the property conveyed. Okay. Yeah, it defines it. Defines the property conveyed. The Constitution appears to have a habendum and all these things that are in deeds. Okay? We're looking at the construction of the instrument. This is how the Supreme Court looks at things. Words of grant on page 91. In order to transfer title, an instrument must contain apt words of grant, which manifest the grantor's intent to make a present conveyance of the land by his deed as distinguished from an intention to convey it at some future time. This showed no desire to do it in a future period of time. This was right then, there, and now.
Always now.
Always now. Oh, and down here in the bottom in section 20, although words of inheritance such as to the and his heirs and assigns forever are no longer necessary to pass a fee simple, the use of such words strengthens the reading of a deed to pass a fee simple title. Okay, so they strengthened even today, and not to amalgamum of lesser estates. Addendum, let's see, the word covenant. Page 575. This comes from Amjor 2D again. You will find this under covenants. Covenants, conditions, etc. We have a covenant here. There is a covenant sitting right in here. Insure and secure. Those words are words of guarantee, insurance. The term covenant in its wide sense is used to indicate a contract, while the more specific application of the term imports an agreement deduced to writing and duly executed, whereby one or more of the parties named therein engages that a named act is already performed or is to be performed sometime in the future. A covenant may also call for the performance or non-performance of some specified duty, and may constitute an agreement to do or not to do a particular act. Is that in the Constitution?
Yes.
We have a covenant.
That's a moral obligation.
The term covenant is now used primarily in connection with promises, in conveyances or other instruments pertaining to real estate. You know, it says now, but not then. Then this was a covenant. Again, a covenant at common law imports an instrument under seal. We have a covenant. Duration of covenant on the next page, 577 of Amjor. A covenant is therefore extinguished when the estate ceases. We are in imminent danger. Wouldn't you say so? This is still on the books. It's still in black and white. It has not openly been repealed. But I have a very sneaking suspicion that our government is going to take our estate away from us on or in black and white, or out of black and white, whatever way you want to say it. We are in imminent danger. We don't know what we have been arguing and fighting for until now. We can now look into the future. Okay, page 584. Let's see, second sentence. A covenant is viewed as implied in nature when its existence is inferred by legal construction from the use of certain words and phrases. Certain words and phrases. Insure and secure. These words are very important because they have a legal meaning. Every word in this document has a legal meaning when it comes to estates and when it comes to the construction of the written instrument itself. All the power of the entire Constitution is right here, not elsewhere. Because this created the corporate function. This created the trust function. This gave all of it power. Page 585, second paragraph, or let's see. Implied covenants can arise and will prevail only where there is no exception on the subject matter of the implied covenant. This is something you should look into at your leisure. Implied covenants still count, even if those words are implied, they count. On the next page, 592. Reflects upon the 14th Amendment, okay, the marked area. At common law, no person may claim the benefit of any covenant or condition except where he is a party or privy thereto. As a 14th Amendment citizen, you are not party or privy there to this estate, so therefore you cannot claim the covenant. You are barred from it. Are you getting to understand why we're having a little frustration in court? We're having a lot of this. Page 594, section 23 of covenants. The benefit of a covenant that runs with the land descends to the heirs, and they, as well as devisees and covenantees, are entitled to enforce such a covenant unless an evident intention is manifest to confine it to the covenantee. In the event a real covenant is breached, then it descends to the heirs. The latter may institute appropriate legal action to recover damages for such breach. However, if the covenant is personal, it remains with the covenantee or his executor or administrator. It does not descend to the heir. Try to go through this. On page 617 of Covenants and Condition, 20 Amjur 2D, section 45, breach of covenants generally. The broad rule is that a covenant or condition is broken by any single omission of duty or any act that contravenes the provisions of the agreement entered into between the parties. We have a breach of covenant. This is what we entered into, and it has now been broken by many acts of omission and duties toward this covenant. Not toward the 14th Amendment, but toward this specific one. Page 629, we're discussing paramount titles. This is a paramount title. Okay? 14th Amendment citizenship is in a state of inferior title. We're going to find that out. The mere existence of a paramount title which has never been asserted generally does not amount to a constructive eviction. We've got to assert these titles, okay, which will support an action for breach of a general covenant of warranty. Or, as the rule is sometimes stated, there can be no recovery in an action for breach of the covenant if the paramount title has not been hostilely asserted. So we're going to have to hostilely assert our paramount titles. Section 59, where the paramount title is in a governmental entity. Where the paramount outstanding title is in a government, this fact of itself constitutes such a constructive eviction as amounts to a breach of the covenant of warranty. Now, wasn't that nice of them to put that right there in black and white? So they have breached the covenant, they have breached the covenant of warranty, evicting us. We're just going to have to go back and assert our titles again. A grantee by warranty deed executed by a private person to lands owned by the United States cannot take possession without becoming a wrongdoer. Here's your allodial titles. And hence his right of action accrues immediately to recover for a breach of this warranty, and is not dependent on eviction or any future event, but under a statute providing that a warranty in actual possession of the premises conveyed shall have no right of action on a covenant of warranty until the party threatening the warranty's possession shall have commenced an action to obtain possession. We'll stop right there. Okay, so this is all about the breach of warranties and the covenants. Now, the next section is wills, but before I get to that, I want to read a definition out of Webster's 1828 dictionary of fee simple. Okay, because the question has arisen that fee was feudal, etc., and that it wasn't an allodial title. Okay. We'll skip some of this. Let's see. It's deduced from Saxon cattle, property, and fee, or primarily a loan of land, an estate in trust. Fee simple absolute, an estate in trust. Granted by a prince or lord to be held by the grantee on condition of personal service or other condition. I'm not too sure what the conditions are on the estate here that we have. And if the grantee or tenant failed to perform the conditions, the land reverted to the lord or donor, called the landlord or the landlord. In America, where lands are not generally held of a superior, a fee or fee simple is an estate in which the owner has the whole property without any condition annexed to the tenure. In the United States, an estate in fee or fee simple is what is called in English law an allodial estate, an estate held by a person in his own right and descendable to the heirs in general. So a fee simple absolute in the United States is allodial title. We're now going to discussion on wills, because like I said, I was looking to find out what was the Constitution, and the question had come up about the question had come up about what was a 1040? Was it a will? And I have to say I don't believe so. But in researching it, I found a lot of interesting things on will, so we're going to go into that. Pardon me. Okay, page 275 of 79 Amjur 2D on wills.
When they say crafty
in
counsel,
there in the second sentence,
let me
it says,
tell
by
y'all
common
something.
law, there were but two modes of acquiring.
When the Bible said they took crafty counsel and all nations have conspired against thee, just look at America. When they say all nations have conspired against thee, as a so-called African American, when you look at America and the different nations, those are all nations that have conspired by way of the illegal use of the Constitution to make themselves, to nationalize themselves here as Americans. 14th Amendment citizens. And then they'll have dual citizenship. They can go home to Russia and they come here because they're all a part of the invasion. You got it? These people of today, forefathers, are the ones who stormed this coast while your family was somewhere else. They really came and usurped this nation, overthrew it.
Title to real estate, namely by descent or by purchase. Where a person takes as heir at law, he takes by descent. But when he takes title to land by his own act or agreement, he is a purchaser. A little confused. Okay. Although in common application of the term, he may not have paid a consideration for it. A devisee who takes an estate different from what the law would cast upon him as heir is a purchaser. You can look at the 14th Amendment as being purchased.
It was purchased because it was gifted to you. It was gifted to you by the ones who were just genocided out, which was your forefathers. They merely walked into the situations once they finished genociding all of your forefathers and making them submit to the new federal rule, which is all Germanic Nazi. It's like German and Russia combined. That's what USA is. It's a corporation by Germans and Russians. And their religious footstool is Catholicism and Orthodox Christianity and the Jewish faith, the so-called Jewish faith, but they really are into the Kabbalah and the when they call you Goyim and stuff like that, they're into that.
The estate is purchased because you take some.
So every citizen got their purchase from you, the dead man. Press 1.
Thing that is other than what would be cast upon you by the law. This is the law. Okay? And as such, under the feudal system, was exempt from the restraints imposed upon heirs in their minority, such as wardships and...
In their minority. Well, not only are they black, they are what? In their minorities. And if they're in their minorities, what does that mean? They need to be taken care of. That's why you have a public defender and law, because you cannot stand upright. Hit the like button. That's why I'm giving you jewels, bruh. They stand. You are not able to stand on your own 2 feet. You need help because you're a criminal. And the criminal rules say don't snitch. Press 1. Don't hold yourself accountable. You got it? You're a criminal by way of the 13th Amendment. So a criminal world is not to, you can never come out of your deadness if you cannot hold yourself accountable. I don't even know why you praying to Jesus. Because God, even Tupac told you, I pray to God, but he ignores me, unfortunately, because I'm guilty. You are guilty, bro. Fact, bro. That's why God has ignored your pleas, bro. Because you're like a bad child who don't want to grow up and want to follow Eve into a materialized, this world appeases to Eve only, bro. That's what the corporation knows. Eve will spend her life chasing after the material world, bro. And you got to get Eve out of that shit, bro. That's what a leader does, bro. You got to convince your Eve how she's destroyed your lineage, bro. And hold your composure, nigga. You have to be able to break this down to her legally, nigga. And not convict her for what we've been through or what she's been through or what we put our bodies through in this whole worldly event. But we must hold ourselves accountable. Because we would never be able to be stand upright, aka be holy in the kingdom of God, if we can't even hold ourselves accountable. We are Judah, right? The Bible says Judah is his lawgiver. It's required of you to hold yourself accountable, nigga. It's required, bro. And because you can't, you're dead. You continue to suffer. Because you just don't want to be righteous. You see? I had these conversations all the time. You don't want to be right? You're going to be telling me all your problems for what? When I'm living right, bro. Why you want me to feel your problems when you're not living right, bro? You take that to God, bro, and change, bro. Facts.
Right of marriage. Although the feudal system had passed away, hardly, I don't think so. Many.
It's like my next stream is gonna be God made you. The Constitution made them. Right? You follow this, but not God. This is God's kingdom right here. What are you talking about?
Many distinctions of this character are still of recognized importance. It certainly is, because it hasn't passed away. It is still in existence, and I look at the world today, and we are living in feudal times.
It says many state laws in the Americas show that common law of England is the rule of law. Okay? So all this American law and these falsified policies and stuff is really all commercial. It has no jurisdiction over someone born of God. You get it? None. You're a 14th Amendment. You were created out of a fraud system. This is why born again in Christ is the only way. Because you was born into sin. So you have to be born into, we'll get to it.
Accordingly, the doctrine of common law, even after the passage of enabling statutes, was that a will was in the nature of a conveyance, declaring the uses purchase and not by descent. So if your father leaves you something in his will and you take it, you did not inherit it. You purchased it. Legally, you purchased it. You did not inherit. If he did not leave a will and you got his estate, then you inherited it. It fell upon you by descent and distribution. Otherwise, you purchased your estate.
Every 14th Amendment purchased an estate, citizen purchased an estate. The only way it is not purchased is if God himself redeems you. Press 1. That's it. You know damn well the sin has to be placed on you. That's crazy, man.
Just that simple. Can't get around it. Page 285. The animus testandi does not depend upon an understanding by the testator that he is making a will. Okay. The Founding Fathers created a trust, okay, and it was complete until after the Civil War. Then they start adding amendments.
So the amendment started after the fall. They started changing God's word, changing God's law, and chasing after what? Look, the fall begins, nigga. The fall begins. We're going to change this by way of what? Senators. Senators. Press 1. Senators. You see? They whole basis is in sin. Trust me.
Now, if there is a trust, there's a possibility that the amendments could be construed as codicils to the will, or codicils of a will. It is a trust, and there are such things as...
There you go. False gods.
Wills or trusts with wills attached, or vice versa.
Niggas playing the role as the lords. That ain't even who they are. I'm not talking about false gods in that sense. I'm talking about in the flesh. They are, in fact, playing the role of the former kings and stuff who they took over, and they're using their name. They're using their heirs' names, all to benefit foreigners. And you are dead, black, in law. They genocided you at one time. Put you in a
Okay,
cold concentration camp.
So if we begin to look at the 14th Amendment as a codicil changes the intent of the testator, or
so codicil changes the intent. So if the intent is to get you and to take care of you forever and ever, then the changing of intent happens after the overthrow, like the Civil War.
Or the trustor, or whoever created it. 14th Amendment literally did change the intent of this right here. And they didn't have to know they were making a will, as this little paragraph says. The fact that the testator did not intend the language to operate as a codicil is immaterial on the question whether the instrument is in fact a codicil.
You know why? Because in the bar, it's all based off of legal intent. But in common law, like under the king, there is no presumption of innocence. There's no like, oh, there's a presumption of innocence, but there's not like a negligence by way of the word intent. Like police officers get away because they can't prove the intent was to shoot you in the back of the head. You see, they can't prove the intent. This is their what is that legal basis? Plausible deniability. You can't prove the intent. So my officer or the government official will get off of proof of intent. Press 1. So this is what they're basing it all off of, intent. You can't prove without a shadow of a doubt that I intended to do this, but you know damn well what the after effect was as a nation. So you stand convicted and you stand guilty already. You know what I'm saying? But their last resort is you got to prove intent. That's in the bar. That's not even, they don't even have, that way of jurisdiction don't have any legal basis over our shit. And that's how you supposed to be thinking. Wait a minute. And that's why we got to be in law. So you can discuss, you can sound more knowledgeable when you're talking to your so-called public damn defender.
So, okay. So now we're going to start looking at the 14th Amendment as the codicil. Page 297 brings up the idea or thought of an instrument of dual character. Okay? Down toward the bottom it says an instrument in writing may be a contract respecting property in one part and testamentary in another part in relation to other and distinct property. Here we have a definition and description of this estate as compared to the estate that we're going to see the 14th Amendment create. On page 314, again, section 55 there under wills, it says property does not pass under a will by any natural right. There go your inherent rights, your vested rights.
That's the whole theft right there. They was changing up the whole aspect of you not receiving anything and them receiving it all. They were changing it in the language of the amending powers at the time, which was illegal. They were going against the grain in the will of George Washington and the founding fathers. This is a whole coup in language. They're beating you incorporatedly. Go ahead.
Everything that comes into from the Magna Carta. Okay.
Everything that comes in from the Magna Carta, they're stopping you from, which is God's blessing, which is the king's blessing, which is the sovereignty, the right to freedom, the right to bear arms, the right to privacy. All of these so-called privileges the corporations say they gave you was given to you by way of the king. You forfeited that and died and went black into a system and couldn't get anything out of it. You see? You're dead. So you're legally unavailable. They don't even got to tell you because as a nation, you're legally unavailable. You're dead. So why these brothers talking about foundationally black and all this other stuff, that's because they're operating out of this. They need you to stay black. They need to convince as many as of you to remain dead. Press 1. To remain dead. They do not want to see you live. I told you, y'all gonna see the devil come out a lot of individuals because the thought of you being God's chosen and God's people is infallible. Press 1, I ain't ever even used that word before. It's infallible. They couldn't see it. It'll never. No. You think they can see you being the real God's people? The real people of King George the Great? Press 1, no. No, because we're British, right? No, you're Scandinavian. Press 1. God, you think God is with you and you've done this to his children? Let me put the microphone closer. You think God is with you, right? You think Emmanuel, you waiting on Emmanuel. When you did this and you ain't no truth in you, you shouldn't wait on Emmanuel because the destruction is headed your way. You should be like your forefathers and just pretend like ain't nothing happening. We don't see what we're seeing. See, I know God is at work. I can see it every day on the television of them being discombobulated. Don't know what's going on because they stand a curse. They don't know why they dollar. They just brought up the American dollar. Ain't nothing. And they already bugging out. They tripping. They ready to jump into the water. It's the end of the world for them. You see? They was just trying to get you to go in crypto, but now it's the end of the world for them. They was trying to get you to sign up to crypto and devalue your American dollar, talking about you can get out. But now the American dollar is falling and they're all panicking. That doesn't make sense, but I'll go back.
You're a 14th Amendment citizen getting all your rights and privileges under a codicil. You do not have any natural rights. Your natural rights reside right here. You've given them all up for the privileges that the government has bestowed upon you.
The Bible say in Genesis, God created man, not the constitutional amending senators up there. God created man in the likeness of him. So what are you doing, Mr. 14th Amendment citizen? If God created man, how do you have dominion over man? How did a corporation gain dominion over man? When God created you, it said right there in the founding fathers book in Genesis. So where did you go, Adam, from God created you to the fall of man and now subject to the rules and bounds of Satan? How? How was that even possible?
This is a state law. I didn't make this up. In these pages that you have, when you go through them at your leisure, you'll see that I have encircled or bracketed the footnotes. And a lot of these footnotes have some wonderful things to say or to look up that relate back to the paragraphs. So study these intensely. Really get into it, because there's more here than what I'm giving you. And even that, what I'm giving you, there is a world more. I couldn't include everything in this lecture. Now,
told you, but Kev can. There is a world war. Press 1, she can't include it all. She can't include all. There was a world war, and they were all against you.
Okay, but I figured this is the bare necessities for you to have and understand, and from here you can branch out. And if you get a letter from the whoever, the FTB, the State Board of Equalization, or the IRS, if you stay focused on your estate instead of them sucking you into the regulations that are established under the 14th Amendment for that particular estate, hopefully you will feel much better. Instead of arguing their argument, you will be arguing yours. At least I find that to be of value. If the testator intended to make an entire disposition of his property in substitution of that made by a prior will, he probably would have proceeded to make a new will rather than a codicil. Okay, so that applies to the Constitution. Second paragraph, while a codicil is a latter will in the broad sense, it is not an independent will, but purports by its form to be an addition to a prior will. Okay, so we're looking at the Constitution now and saying, okay, the original form was a prior will. Now we're adding the 14th Amendment as a codicil change.
So if prior to the codicil change, you wouldn't need a codicil change if it was you, if it was your people. Press 1. But being that it was somebody else, press 1. It's being from somebody else, shout out Louisville, Kentucky. Being that it's somebody else, you got to find a tricky way to make them criminals in the 13th, presume worship over them, take them to jail. Now they got a warden. Now they criminals. Now we can bundle them up. The 14th Amendment comes through and wipes you of the Magna Carta, begins to take you under a new codicil, genocide you. Total genocide. Press 1. Total genocide you. Okay? Black. That's the genocide of the whole nation. Right there. Put you in camps by way of the Red Cross. Made you 14th Amendment citizens where you have no right. You have privilege. Press 1, and it's for everybody now. Now, the will that was specifically for you as what they call the Victorians, now this is for everybody in the world. So excuse me, it's time to bring our cousins from Germany and Poland right over here, and so-called Ireland and all these other places. And it is really just Norwegian, Scandinavia, Poland. Press 1 is all 50 nations of France as one. Press 1. You've been in the New World Order this whole time under Hitler and them. Walter Plecker is Adolf Hitler. That's how he stole all y'all names. He stole your names and then ran to Germany and said they were holding them hostage. Yeah, Walter Plecker, because you did it. They're just wearing different clothes. If you type in dolls in Germany, you're going to see Woodrow Wilson, all these people as young men. When they became older, now they're American. But you're going to see Hitler as a young man. You're going to see this nigga as a young man. You're going to see all of them as Germans. Germans, my nigga. Kev Rowe. You're going to see them all. And shout out to my main, one of my main researchers, not the main, but one of my main researchers who keep me updated with the articles, the titles, my man Taj. You feel me? What is that called? The articles. Just tell Taj the damn articles, damn it. That gives you America is nothing more than a huge tax write-off for France and him. Press 1 for the church. Nigga, you are the write-off. You feel me? And ain't nobody on the internet saying this. Just me. Press 1. Just little old me who just talking about our past. You know what I'm saying? Wake up, black man.
Changing the intent. Several clauses of the two instruments should, if possible, be harmonized so as to give effect to every portion of each instrument.
When she said you were barred from your own royalty and your own law, that's the Bar Association. You were cut off. And you went all up into senators and wanted to believe a different God. Press 1. You wanted to believe in a different God. That's what you did. You seen the material, and and it was all based in costume. There ain't nothing but costumes to shit. There ain't nothing but cosplay. You better at cosplay than they are. What the fuck is you doing? Press 1.
We're separating things, okay? We're separating the two estates. They both have to coincide.
Listen, she said they're separating the two states, but they have to coincide with each other to also make it work. So that this theft needs to happen. Kind of like how Satan put his kingdom on top of God's for it to work. The same manner the corporation is placing itself in your world for this to work, and then unleash the demons, which will be all Satan's kids, 14th Amendment citizens, the Pope's children. Come talk to me.
Truly, okay? Because the 14th Amendment is one state, but it comes from this estate. But in our minds, we have to separate them so that we can tell the difference.
See, it comes from your estate. But in the mind, you got to separate. Could you imagine being told this as children? She ain't nothing but a daughter of the Confederacy whose father was a child of Hitler, some goddamn where. And they were programmed to be manipulative, to be this venomous, to place a system on top of a system that's already there, and it needs to fit almost perfectly. Well, you got to genocide them, steal their names, take the will of their forefather, press 1 and alter it and make it for everybody.
Okay, and in our separation, they still have to mesh perfectly. That's why there is no conflict of law. Okay, their estate and our estate are in complete agreement.
Wow. You see that? Now, who is they? That's you, your estate. 14th Amendment, dead man. You are dead. Press 1. You're dead. So wake up. You're dead. Coffee and Kush TV, what up? Hold up. Let me put you on the air real quick. Hold up. Are you there? Talk to me. Go ahead.
All right. So I hear you. You was telling me about the 50 nations that
you went off. You went off. The 50 nations that what?
The 50 nations that have come against us to steal our birthright.
Yes.
So I'm looking like now we got this whole rainbow gang, this rainbow coalition that's really making a lot of noise in America.
Yes.
It's like, is that like a representation of the 50 nations?
Yes. Yes, sir. They're demons. Yes, sir. That is their God. That is their transhuman God. That is their representation. What you up against, press 1, is against Satan's kingdom, nigga. Do what thou wilt. They want kids. They will legalize, nigga, the most horrific shit on this earth. Man, you running around worrying about them dancing. Nigga, this is a spiritual. This ain't got nothing to do with LGBT. No, this is a spiritual battle. And these motherfuckers, when God said demons, this is Sodom and Gomorrah at its peak. This is 10 times worse. They're in places of law, nigga. This mentality, now you see, they say you can change your sex and become a whole different person. Now the animals want to be women to validate their own sin, which is their attraction to little girls. And now they trying to offshoot the whole, these are demons. This is demonology. This is what Adolf Hitler was creating out of the little boys and little girls. The same thing that was going on in Hollywood. America tries to be ignorant of. It's your little boys and your little girls and sacrificing them into Baal. Dwayne Wade did.
And now they done passed laws to legalize it.
There you go. But I'm operating use spiritual law. They're operating out of a contaminated, perverse Adam who's chased after Eve. You notice all the black women and all the women validated this whole situation? See?
They right with it.
Eve is right with them. Don't do it. Don't hate. They using God's word and the senator to validate everything right now. They're using the Bible. The Bible tells you that's not even welcome in the kingdom of heaven. They have changed God's word to say, oh, God is with us with this. He loves everybody. I tell you like this, God don't love, there are things God do not love that's not welcome in his kingdom. And no matter what Satan told me, I'm not under the jurisdiction of Satan. So yeah, I'm a godly man. You see, that's the difference. I'm not fearful of them. I'm not afraid of their attacks and weak in dialect. They are of the kingdom of Satan, according to the Bible. That's law here in the Americas. Yeah, they're destroying children. They're destroying children, and that's what they want to do. They want to see just how far they can push immorality. Me and Todd was talking about the ideological subversion from a KBG officer is always removing God. It's about removing God and getting in the minds of them kids and turning their morality upside down. You see the Dalai Lama? He told the little kid to kiss him in his mouth. You see the Catholic priests all over the United States? He told that little boy to suck his tongue. You take him in the back and you kneel him down and you don't even bind it. You put it on live TV. And like this right here in this world, boom, that's what you do to Dalai Lamas and anybody else telling little kids to suck on their tongue in America acting like they ain't know what happened. This is a problem of this. Yeah, bro. When I tell you this is a demon, judgment. Bro, they getting judgment. They about to get the biggest judgment. They going to get everything that they want. Everything that they looking for. And I guarantee they're not able to handle what they're looking for. They ain't even going to be able to handle it. Go ahead, King.
All right, King. Go
My
ahead
man.
with your wisdom, man.
Thank you, champion. Because you get frustrated at this. We talking about this, but bruh, it's in the video games. You can't even put your kids on the video game. They in there. Support this. Support that. I don't want to support Ukraine or LGBT or Israel or none of that. I don't want to support none of that. Only Israel I support is the Israel written in the Bible that is yet to be redeemed by the coming of the Lord. That's it. All this other made up corporate stuff to destroy our people, you got to be able to stand up for. You got to be able to vocalize your pain, not in no rap song, legally. Your pressing one is one thing. Saying you with it, that's cool. But when it's time to do, when it's time to put that voice on his microphone and show the world who you are, brothers are sitting back. Go ahead, because they ashamed. They ashamed of God. They ashamed of the word of God. They ashamed to stand up and be men. Press one, and then complain why the women are more masculine. They not more masculine around me. They not, and nigga, I ain't got the biggest muscle. What if they not more masculine to me? Press one. They just filling in the blank. You weak ass Negroes. You dead niggas. They just filling in the motherfucking blank with your dead ass. You afraid and you're a coward to honor your own oath that you even signed up for. More Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air.
What's going on, Coffee and Kush?
What up?
Knowledge from the ATL.
Talk to me.
Yes, sir. Let me go ahead and give you a floor right now, man. Appreciate you for pretty much clarifying everything when it comes to this YouTube shit.
Thank you, sir.
Seeing who's the odds, who's not, part of us, and who's just fronting and in the way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Appreciate your just your honesty and coming here and just clarifying and giving everybody wisdom. Not just me, bro, but everybody, bro. Everybody should be tuned into this shit right here because
it's a real deal.
And moving forward, bro, I'm telling you, it's gonna be much crazy. And you were talking about Donald asking that he can suck his tongue and nothing be said. So, like around, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what legal or not legal, because that dude should be arrested right now.
That's right.
But listen, bro, we gotta go back to our roots. We gotta go to our rights and go to forget the Constitution, but our original, book of law made with God, man. I appreciate your gesture, and peace out, bro.
My man, shout out to the people. My man, Knowledge out there in the ATL, knowledge and wisdom flowing all over the place, man. Shout out to y'all.
Should be. On the next page, 651, section 532, where codicil is clearly inconsistent with will, where it is found that a will and the codicil thereto contain repugnant bequests of the two bequests, the one contained in the codicil shall stand. That's nauseating, isn't it? A codicil plainly inconsistent with provisions of the will operates to the extent of the inconsistency as a revocation of the will, even in the absence of any expressed words of revocation. Page 663, and this is where it's going to start becoming important to you, okay, to understand that the 14th Amendment as a codicil and what you have done. Section 1607, the doctrine of election. The doctrine of election in connection with testamentary instruments is the principle that one who is given a benefit under a will must choose between accepting such benefit and asserting some other claim.
She's telling you right here, the trickery is all about this shit right here. They tricked you into voting for president. They advertised this shit all over the news. All this shit. It's all new, and it's against God. And it's the changing of God's law and his will. And if you won't know, that's not a good thing according to the book of Revelations, the last chapter.
He has against the testator's estate or against the property disposed by the will. One who elects to accept a benefit extended to him by a will is bound to give effect to all the provisions of the instrument and perform the burdens imposed upon him therein, including the renunciation of any inconsistent rights or claims. Yes, elections.
Told
Look
you.
at the 14th Amendment.
You giving it up.
As
You
a
started
codicil,
voting.
we have all made
You started voting. Voted your way right in. And then you voted for civil rights. Press 1. And then you voted for civil rights. And then civil rights was allowed to black people, which is them, to come over. And then you check the same time period. That's when they all were nationalized and called themselves Native Americans. It all happened like a terrible movie. Press 1. You voted, and then they voted. Press 1, and you voted black slavery. And now the people who call you black today, the black people, are operatives to keep you black and dead in law. So you don't understand. You can't read. Remember, you know how Tyreek and them saying that your ancestors couldn't read? Your ancestors built up this whole nation. How the hell they couldn't read? They lost sense of how to read the law. That became illegal, and you are barred from representing yourself legally. All this other shit is spooky. Like Tupac says, some spook shit. Press 1.
Elections to take under the codicil or take under the will.
She basically, bingo, so she basically telling you what they did to get you to take under the codicil, which invited all of these foreigners, black people. Press 1. And you up here with Martin Luther King fighting for civil rights. Press 1. And black Nation of Islam and black this and black that. But all of it was a play corporately to turn you black or dead in law. You don't have to fight to be dead now. Press 1. See? Now you black in law. Now you black in law. Now you're an outlaw, outcast in your own nation. Remember, he said, Dr. King, he said, I may have put my people in a damn, and where? Sent them into a burning house or a furnace. Press 1. He don't send them into a furnace because he didn't even know how deep it was. President, this is a legal matter. And then what did he say? We going to Washington to do what? To get our check. He going to the Supreme Court. I don't know what y'all and then what happened? Reverend Jesse Jackson and him put the play and started telling like Jay-Z head ass niggas. Press 1 telling the move that this nigga is talking about going to bringing these people to Supreme Court to check. Oh no. Because if you make it a Supreme Court issue, press 1. You see the House of Representatives? That's a burning house. See, our issue is legal. So boom, they had to get him out because he realized and peep game and said, what? Oh shit. This is a legal matter that goes to the supreme level. This ain't even a fight with these little boys. This is about Supreme Court. And once you that much of a prominent person to take it to a Supreme Court, and everybody's involved, you gotta kill him. When you say stuff like I'm saying, you lining yourself up to be murdered by the people who are, because they know what you're saying is, I'm willing to take this to God. And I'm willing to petition God himself. They know this. They know this. They don't want you to petition God because God is in law. Press 1, and they don't want you to know in law. They need you dead in law so you'll be barred from talking to God because God talks in law, nigga. God ain't could. He don't talk rubbish. All this, forgive me, I don't fucked up. You say that when you in jail, nigga, and fine. God don't talk like that. God talks and convicts, nigga, in conviction, bro. What's the conviction rate of God? 100%. Better than the feds, nigga. What you talking about? All have sinned, bro. 100%. 100%. I'm going to stop it right here because I'm getting hot. Press 1. I'm going to open up the phone line. 424-209-9506. I don't want to get mad and angry. Crazy shit happening in the world. Press 1. I just really want to just tell you that y'all came against God. And you are, in fact, in breach of trust. Man, press 1. Adam, press 1 that have allowed foreign nations to come against your women and wipe out your whole shit. 300 million Parenthood babies. And your women out here talking about her coochie pink and her booty hole brown. Press 1, Adam. That's why I go hard. Nigga, it ain't about us no more, bro. Our women say her coochie pink and her booty hole brown, nigga. That's what your women are saying in the rap lyric. Press 1, you heard it with your goofy self. That's the shit. Y'all done went beyond and beyond, nigga. Come back. So God, whenever a generation of people do shit like this ain't the first song they done made. The coochie was pink and the booty hole brown. They used to sing this shit in the early 1900s. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Don't let nobody convince you that you doing something that ain't been done or y'all fucked up the generation. No. They been booty hole brown all the way since before the Freaknik. Press 1. Before the Freaknik. Press 1. We know what color your booty hole is because you're brown. You didn't have to tell us. Press 1. And we know what color your vagina is because vaginas are pink. Press 1. And some of them are brown. Press 1. Like all of this fascination about nothing. You know what I'm saying? About nothing. We know this stuff. You know, we should be in law. Press 1 law. Because Eve is out here being walked on a leash in NLE Chopper videos, and we supposed to be getting back to God. Sucky and fucky is not getting you in the kingdom. None of them two hoes right there, them two wenches, bad wenches, can get you nowhere with green. God don't even like green hair and purple, green eggs and ham. You don't even need green eggs and ham. That's spoiled milk. Y'all name should be spoiled pH balance. Press 1, spoiled milk, because that's what it is, spoiled. Press 1. Ain't nothing like a prostitute who's proud of herself for prostituting. Press 1. Most prostitutes I ever met say, Kev, I ain't never wanted to do this shit ever. This is so demeaning. And I ran away from home when I was 17, and my daddy told me, he'll pray with me, Kev. Pray with me. And you around here advertising the dumb shit. Press 1. And mama's right there listening to their songs with their daughters, bringing them up just the same way. Look at this. Their daughters growing up from the age of 6 months old to 22. They just grow up shaking their ass now. They don't care. They don't keep y'all daughters away from this motherfucking internet. Press 1, they just growing up now, just mimicking everything they mamas and grandmamas is doing. Why are you talking about Dwayne Wade? You need to be talking about yourself. Press 1. Bro. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Support the broadcast. I'm going to do my shout outs. You feel me? We're going to get to part 3 of this video, getting into the codicil. Don't want to do y'all too, install too much knowledge. We got time. You know what I'm saying? We got time. And I know this knowledge this right here with the understanding of law a little bit. Now, again, this is just a little bit. We're just finding out these nice little words in the 1828 dictionary for it to make sense in law. See, the thing about us blacks, we want to be criminals, but we don't know law. How you going to be a criminal and don't know law? Press 1. You can't even defend yourself. You even got money for a lawyer. You're walking around the jail system looking for the best lawyer. Press 1. When you supposed to been doing that the whole time before you became a criminal. That was supposed to be part of your thinking process when you was doing a crime, was legally, how am I going to defend myself against this? You can't, because you don't know law. That's what God say. You can't. And if you do this, you're going to get a public defender and you're going to lose. So I don't got all this extra stuff I don't know too much about. I'm leaving my phone lines open for those who want to participate. I'm coming back in a few hours with Kevro at night. Got to talk my shit for the nighttime. You feel me? And get coffee and kush off the ground. And that's what it's about. All of the support from Urban Conservative to Channel 54 to the Cash Apps to Patreon is to push Coffee and Kush TV, the new urban street political nightly news show right here on Channel 54 at Kevro University. 424-209-9506. I'm in the building. The brother Knowledge from ATL, I can tell by his name, Knowledge, that he searches for knowledge, and never have he heard it put together. I heard it in his voice. Knowledge, I heard it in your voice. You ain't never heard it put together so simply to where, have we been too allegorical about the situation and forgot about the simplicity of God's word? Press 1. Or are we so antichrist now that we ain't paid God's word because we don't believe in that stuff, right? Right? So, or maybe it's a balance of them both. We got to get back to God, bro. And I'm doing my best to bring all my niggas. None of my niggas can say, man, Kev ain't said nothing about God this whole time, Jesus. Press 1. Kev didn't tell us nothing. You can't say that. Because Kev on the internet, I can be talking about rap. I can be talking about hoes and fucking and sucking. Press 1. But I'm here talking about the law. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air with us?
Hi, it's Forrest Glorious, sir. How are you?
Forrest Glorious. Fresh of breath air. What up with it?
Yes. So I have a few minutes left in my lunch, and I just wanted to call in really quickly because, of course, I was looking at how you were speaking about the law and how you had brought up Tariq at the beginning of the show, and just kind of looking at the two men, like, comparing, and how you are holding them accountable, and not only holding them accountable, but also showing us how to understand law. If Tariq wanted to be someone who also was a man that was making strides for the people, or, encouraging them in the things of law and the things that are going to be beneficial, you would think that he would want to hold the corporation accountable for failing in their fiduciary capacity. Like, where did they fail at? So that would be improperly favoring one beneficiary over another. That would be colluding with other beneficiaries to deprive others of their assets. Poor judgment, making incompetent investment decisions like going to wars and doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. And most importantly would be stealing or misusing property that belongs to estate heirs. So just those couple of things, in itself, they're guilty of all those things.
So if we're talking reparations and estates and a allodial title, we're talking law here. Why aren't they talking law?
Yes.
Why are they talking yellow journalism and hatred versus whites, or blacks versus blacks, rather than the legal construct of how this system is supposed to be ran and how it's supposed to benefit the heirs first?
Yeah.
And then the blessing goes down to the Gentile nations. So go ahead.
Down, it bequests to the others.
Yes.
And so, I was studying last night and just very appreciative, like, to be able to understand law better, but also, like, as I was, looking up the vocabulary, because of course, although it's a word that we might know in today's term, I know that it means something different in law. And so, just writing my vocabulary out last night, and I was like, this is amazing to be able to understand, like, the KESQ trust, like, I hear that all the time, but I had never really, like, looked it up and, like, made sure that I, like, soaked up what that actual vocabulary word means.
Yes.
And so, of course, we know that it's referring to a beneficiary having equitable interest in a trust.
Go ahead.
With legal title being vested to the trustee. So, like, knowing what when they say KESQ trust, like, we have to know
What that
what
is.
the actual term means.
Yes.
So that we can understand it in those sentences. And
So
it
it's,
was
it's
almost
different.
like,
So it's different from just looking at it to understanding
it is.
exactly
It really
what it
is.
means. So
You
she
have
can
to
say
break
it all
down.
day, SESQV trust and these words. But if it's not like in your mind, you'll gloss over the most important information as if it was basic conversation.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Yes, and so another thing that I had noticed was, like, they like to speak about the implied trust.
Yes.
Like she said, I think she said that a lot, like, in there. But when excuse me, let me go back to, it says an implied trust comes into existence by operation of law, where property is transferred to someone who pays nothing for it, then is implied to have held the property for the benefit of another person. The trust property is said to result or jump back to the transferor.
So it's kind of like swordfish
that
when they were saying this money jumps around every 10 years or something. It just
Yes.
jumps, it jumps, it jumps.
Yes.
So go ahead. This
Yes.
is great.
And
This is great.
So, yes. Yeah, so, like, the last point that I wanted to make really quickly, because I do have to head back
Go
from
ahead.
lunch, but I thought that the resulting trust, like, when I saw the word resulting trust, I don't know what I thought it was, but I didn't, like, in passing, you probably was just like resulting trust and you keep going. But
Yes.
I was like, no, let me look up what that is. And the resulting trust is when it returns to the beneficial ownership in trust property. It goes back to the settler. So a resulting trust is where, like, how, like, in scripture where it says, like, you have to return this back to
Jubilee.
rightful owners, like,
Jubilee.
every so often.
Yes.
Right, Jubilee, basically. Like,
Yes.
it has to go back.
Remember the
So I don't
contract.
think that God's eternal trust. Yes, I don't think his, eternal trust and will would be where, you can be in this capacity and hold on to this forever. Like, it is resulting. It always goes back
That's
to
right.
the original.
That's
so
right.
those are just the things that I wanted to share really
Thank you
quickly,
so
and I'm
much.
going to head back from lunch.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Blessings. Man, fellas, taking it out the allegory, putting it on the land. Come on now, fellas. You got this. 424-209-95. Did you hear what she said? Wow. Worded so perfectly. If Tyreek cared, he would know this. I told you I was going to bring y'all up higher than your leaders. Press 1. And she said it, bro. If he was so into this in reality, he would be thinking legally. Press 1, and then his arguments will be coming from this perspective. There's no other perspective greater than this one. None. I look around every day for it. I can't find it. So I can tell for his glory has taken it from an allegory position and finding it all in law. Press 1. God is good. I told you, he breathed life into man. He made you from the dust of the ground. The corporation didn't make you from the dust of the ground. It made you dead. So you follow a dead God, a metaphysical, press 1, astro projecting, press 1, dead God who don't place his kingdom in the sky as planets, and you believe it, press 1, and you believe it, hit that like button and subscribe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You see? No other channel talks about history, and then a person the Bible and then relates that back to, like, she's talking about the redemption of Israel. You should, this is the most critical time to be alive. The redemption of the ones who fell. And you sleep. Being entertained by the carnival that's tired. They're tired. They're tired. They don't get paid much. Look at the YouTubers. They're in my class. Press one, they're tired as well. Mike TV is tired of being a liar. Press one, he don't want to be FBA. He wants to be like us. He wants to be able to speak clearly. Press one. See, when you playing around on the internet and trolling, press one, you sound like a fool yourself. See, but when you know a little something, see, that's you got to tap into you. You can't tap into Pearl for 10 hours without tapping into you. I make sure that this is an inspirational show as well. I make sure when I wake up, I'm tapped in. You ever seen, I'm come from 10th Avenue Hyde Park. Tap in. That's what we say, bro. You tap in, bro. What you want? I don't sit. Well, nigga, light up, bring the smoke, nigga, pick up some switchers and tap in. I'm at the crib. Tap the fuck in, bro. Pull up. So since they can't speak, so they play. And I think that's a deflection. But you have no, I think that play and hey and that trolling is just a deflection from who you really are. See, the more you got to be who you really are, the less people are interested in you because they know you are full of shit. Like Rush Hour say, press one, you are full of shit who just talking. And on the internet, we like to see and sit back and watch niggas talk to see how full of shit they really are. Press one. We will sit there all day with you while we at work. Press one, we won't contribute nothing either. We'll just sit there and watch you. Let your little heart rate get pumped up off some damn views with nothing. Press one. Now you don't put in 10, 12 hours of work and ain't got nothing to show for it. Press one. See? That's the internet for you. That's the internet for you. Putting in all that work. 12-hour shifts. Just to advertise for Pearl for free. Press one. Just to be the algorithm for Pearl. Just to be the membrane nucleus for other people. Press one. You can't do that, bro. You on YouTube, on these YouTube street, you got to be yourself. You feel me? You can't sit up here and just talk about other YouTubers, because then Kev gonna get on you. Press one, ask you where your girlfriend at, Ringo. I'm gonna get on you. Press one, YouTube street. I'm gonna get on you, ask you why you ain't never around no women. Press one, why y'all ain't never talking to the ladies in the chat room. Press one, I'm watching your Instagram. Y'all got eye appeal for men. The way y'all looking in these cameras with no women around in the clubs and shit that y'all going to lets me know I'll never be at those lounges with you. Press one. That's right, I'm gonna make them mad. Press one. Y'all hang, come on, FBA. Come on, Jamaican and Haitian brothers. Coffee and Kush TV on the air.
How you doing, Kev? This is Marcus from Georgia. How you doing?
Blessed. Talk to me.
That's good. Kev, I was just looking at the video and it was talking about allodial land titles.
Yeah.
And I believe the Bible is full of them.
Go ahead.
Because if you look, Abraham purchased land for Sarah when she died so he can bury her.
Yes.
And then I believe Abraham was buried in the same plot, and also too where Jesus was buried, it was a land that someone purchased. So we can see here that those allodial land titles goes back in Scripture.
So what if, like I was saying, what if it's all America, what we call America? What if it's all here, and these titles are the dead people from Lincoln to George Washington? All of them dead people are really just these are names stolen. That's what I'm saying. This is like, what if they just stole the names of these individuals, therefore inheriting their property, assuming the real life name of them? Yes, sir. Because guess what? I found George Washington Gillespie family plots, and all of the names that's in his lineage up to his Colonel George Washington. Bro, it's all biblical, and it's all American history. It's like reading these names is like, what? And then Said found that there's a Benjamin Franklin Gillespie, there's an Abraham Lincoln Gillespie. It's just like, he's like, did they cut off their last names? So Maybe they did
It surely did,
made them dead, and they came alive.
It got to. It just makes logical sense.
It makes sense to me.
Look back in history, man. That's exactly what they did. All right, Kev. I do appreciate
My
the call. I'm
man,
gonna fall
appreciate
back
you,
in class, man. I'm
champion.
driving right
My
now. I
man.
appreciate
Sometimes I go and
You're
wonder
welcome.
with my callers. Thank you, champion. The callers, they know I go and wonder. I start imagining. They like, all right, Kev, I'm gone. You imagining again? Gotta go. I said, bro, my mind goes and it's gone. You know what I'm saying? And when it come back with, only God knows. Press 1. If you can point me in the right direction and I can see it, it makes sense of it. It's like it's different for me. You can see it, you know. His history is a trip. It just happened yesterday. So it just happened yesterday. So you can wake up from this slumber, but you gotta want to. This isn't like, hey, wake up, I'm forcing you. No, bro. Because only those who hear the call will be able to see the kingdom. You got to even know what you're looking for and know the rules of the kingdom. Like Tupac said, study, follow the rules. I know it's hard, but them rules going to get you through it. You got to be able to say, okay, this, and then look at the world and be like, oh, snap. Oh, I see. If you don't got that type of discipline where you can look at, just find out what God wants and find out where his anger comes from and be like, wait a minute. So God is against this whole nation. Yep. In fact, this whole nation is a rapist kingdom, and they stole it from God and his people. Press 1. And that's why God sends his heirs. That's why God sent Jesus to be the sacrifice. Press 1. And that's why Jesus sends the Spirit of truth to verify and to clarify for you. And that's it. Coffee and Cook, all the extras with the little Germans and the little foreigners, they cut off. They just need attention. That thrives them. A little static shock in their brain. They don't want true freedom or true redemption. They don't believe in God that I believe in because they weak. Press, they just play. So I know what God they believe in whatever that they want to. Press 1, and they don't find no shame in it. And that's what's up. We see how long that lasts. Press 1. We see how long that lasts. Y'all already working for Pearl for 3 cents on the dollar. Coffee and Kush TV on their own channels, too. That's Mike TV don't sign the deal with It's Pearly things. Coffee and Kush TV. I appreciate every one of you. I see y'all later on for Row at Night, Coffee and Kush TV. This is the Urban Conservative, Channel 54. Press 1. And we had a great conversation, and we're going to continue up with our favorite librarian tomorrow right here. Or I might just put it on tonight after the show just because it's part of my class. I'll see y'all later on.